No, you know what's the best thing to say? Will
What?
be how many new IPs does Nintendo actually fucking work on?
Right.
That are
Splatoon.
That's one.
Bravely Default.
The define new.
I'd give it the same longevity as Splatoon.
No, we're saying
that
new
was a
IPs
3DS.
though. Like
That's
brand
been
new
out
IPs.
since like 2003 or 13.
Has it?
2000, yeah, it came out when we were in
When is
college.
Splatoon? That was a Wii U game.
2015.
That's when
So that's a
Splatoon
new
came out.
IP. So I'm saying, how many new IPs does Nintendo actually release?
Then
Because they
Splatoon-
rely on re-releasing the same IPs.
Splatoon was Wii U, the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't it Wii
Well, I
U?
remember
It was Wii U and 3DS.
Default
Well,
was
they were
like
on the same time,
2015.
right? Bravely Default and Splatoon.
Were they?
They were like
One was like 2013, 2014. And
one was
Bravely
Splatoon.
Default's newer, but
is it?
And it said Nintendo
yeah,
exclusive.
Splatoon's
completed?
2015.
Yeah.
It
So if we
came-
discuss
came
Splatoon,
out
So that's
May-
still two.
May
That's still two.
2015.
Sure. Let's keep going. Arms.
Arms.
Okay.
Pikmin.
I was about to say Pikmin. I was like
gonna
trying
say
to think
Pikmin,
of
but that's
That's not a new
2000s.
IP. That's not a new IP.
what?
Old as
Pikmin?
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's,
I mean,
But then if we switch
Cooking
over,
Mama.
if we switch over to any of the
Codenames.
other consoles, we can
Codenames.
sit here. That's what I mean. It's like
well,
it relies
go ahead.
much
Tell
on
me
re-release.
two IPs Xbox has.
true.
Gears of War?
That's an old one. That came out in 2001.
Scale best.
Sea of Thieves and the new
I
Elder
wish.
Scrolls has been confirmed.
The medium.
What about has been confirmed? What?
There was a statement on Twitter the other day, developer saying that it's going to be Xbox exclusive.
Who?
I think it's a timed release. I don't think it's.
What?
A,
I was
don't
gonna
think
say
it's
I
pure-
had to
It's
see
going to
official.
release as a.
I don't think it's pure exclusivity because Phil Spencer like hates that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm buying an Xbox one day.
Wait,
anyways.
because I know
But-
they specifically said Deathloop, that's staying a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
They're not fucking with that, but they're like yeah, Elder Scrolls Fallout, it's still gonna come out for other.
Yeah. All right. We roll.
Yeah, boy.
Let's do it.
Syncing.
Do it.
Perfect.
I didn't screw it up this time.
He like frozen.
Hold.
What do I do? Hey guys, what's up? CGDannyB back again with another episode of Pokemon. Gotta watch them all. We're just cooling off. We had some water. We took a break. If you guys were here last week, Destiny Deoxys got a little bit heated, but we're back with Pokemon Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. If you guys aren't familiar, on this show we watch all of the Pokemon movies and then we rank them and talk about which ones are the best and we fight about which ones are the worst. It's great. We love it. I have my crew, Dante, Kanai, Chris, and John all hanging out again. John, my cameraman, he's a good guy. He does some things.
He has a T-phone.
It looks like I'm on my phone the whole time. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I watch these when I'm editing, and I always I look so rude because it looks like I'm like this. Though,
Oh,
like, so bored.
I'm the same because I'm balancing my phone and my
yeah.
individual
But you
notes,
can't see
so.
it. You can't see it.
I
in
love
videos.
the random sometimes the just random camera motions where it just like squiggles across
Yes.
the cast and I'm like
it's on
It's
Chris.
whenever, so
Yeah.
whenever Danny's talking and then like Chris, I'm like, fuck. I have to like literally go like this, and then he'll stop talking, and then Dante like this.
It's a hard job. But yeah, first impressions. Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. What do you guys think?
I think this is a great movie.
Huh?
This movie just
I see great. I'm excited for you too. Okay.
this movie just hits so many good points for me.
Okay.
It's like a fantasy setting, like high fantasy, which I really enjoy personally.
Sure.
Like the opening is very, whether you love it or hate it, is very Fire Emblem-esque to me. And I was like, wow,
I dug the intro.
I really enjoy this. I really dig this. And there's just so many beats. I think a lot of these time is used appropriately.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the journey that the characters go through. And then there's also a very strong character thing that happens at the very end.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, was pulled off better than another movie we just recently watched. Not that
Jirachi
one.
Wishmaker.
Not that one.
Bitch me.
Bitchmaker. I'm still waiting on that shirt. But yes. I really like not having seen this movie before. I really enjoyed it.
Okay. So I'm debating because somebody said something in the chat and somebody just made a very distinct face about this movie. So does anyone want to go first on their
we
opinion?
were just talking about how we had similar opinions. on it.
See, because like beginning of the movie, I was hyped, I was enthralled because I love high fantasy stuff, and then like I stayed that train, and then like it kind of just kept going slow and then slow. Like the character work,
Sure.
love it. The stuff they did with like the Lucario and Ash and the bond that forms. I was like, okay, I get it. I'm kind of losing interest. And then it picks back up for like the last half hour.
Okay. So it was very
I love
high
the
and then
character
a low
work.
and then back
It's
up.
just in terms of keeping my attention, it was kind of
It
just.
wasn't doing it for you. Yeah, because can I?
I don't have the opposite opinion of everybody at this table.
No,
Every damn movie.
So here's my thing with this is
Just to preface everybody, sorry. I like Crabominable, so take my opinion at that.
my
Same,
thing.
bro. I like
He's
Revolve.
awesome.
I don't hate this movie, but I still put it above some of the ones that we watched.
Okay.
I think I know why you like this movie. It has a darker tone to it. Does that have anything to do? This is the darkest movie in my opinion.
Possibly.
Does that have any, okay? So I saw that.
I mean,
and
I liked 3, and however
darker
that in
tone,
terms of
yeah.
rates on dark.
So I think
Yeah.
this one's a little bit darker than 3.
Dark.
Yeah,
When I was watching this, I was like, huh, this is the darkest one so far. Like,
for sure.
and I was like, I like that because when they hit those dark tones, the movie becomes more mature.
Right.
But that's not always a good idea.
More mature than Pokemon the first movie, so we agree this goes in number 2. Got it.
And that's not always
You guys are
necessarily
coming.
it's not always a good idea because at the end of the day you are marketing to kids, and when you make it darker, you need to make that ending that much brighter.
Sure.
And I don't think this movie hit that.
I think it has.
That's
I think it
absolutely-
has a bright ending.
It does.
Do you
but
think?
that's-
Do you think Hero? Damn it! I'm already getting into debate stuff. Do you think Heroes has a bright ending? With what it showed.
No.
I think
The
Heroes
ending-
has a brighter ending, not a bright ending.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Heroes has a brighter ending than this one.
Not that I think this is worse than Heroes in that argument,
but yeah, I think the ending for this one wasn't as bright as, Heroes has a darker ending because it's like, I mean, we know that ending with Latias.
yeah, we already done one. Spoilers for at this point. Spoilers
Yeah,
for
you
any
should
past
know.
movie.
Yeah.
If you're watching this before the other podcast, that was
Sorry.
just
Do
kind
you
of
no?
implied.
Do you
No
like
worries.
this one more than you like that one? I know we're
In,
getting
ter-
into
in
stuff. I just wanna
terms
hear
of
what-
the ending,
Yeah.
yes, I
Okay.
do. I'll get into
Lucario more than Heroes.
And where does
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
where's
I'll get
Heroes
into
placed-
Just for
it.
clarifying,
Yeah,
where's
I'll get into
Heroes placed right now?
Heroes is
What's the
number
third
3
movie
right
right
now.
now?
The third movie?
It's the
Heroes
third
is
movie
number
in our ranking.
Just going right to the end. Just skip the whole sound. Just get to
No,
the
no,
end.
no. I just mentally, I'm trying to
Sure.
see like, but okay.
Okay. So how about we get into that synopsis? Am I right? Oh, no, go ahead.
So there are parts of this movie I really like.
Okay.
But every part that I don't really like, I found really boring.
Okay. Because
And-
you were the first one to.
Yeah.
I think you were the first to watch it.
And
you had mentioned like I think you said you finished it.
yeah.
and just forgot.
I finished it and I was like, I don't even remember what I just watched. And then I started thinking about it more and I was like, okay, I remember Aura being super important. I remember Lucario.
To be fair, they throw that movie that name
that word?
around every second they can.
Yeah, I know. They're like Aura or and I'm like, what does that mean?
Is
Like,
that
there's
Aura? Is that-
more auras than a JoJo. Okay.
Just so you guys know, like when I was younger, my accent was too thick and I couldn't pronounce the word aura, so it would be like aura. Aura. And like I was like, what's that? I'll ask that. I'd be like, hey, what's that word again? He's like aura. And I was like, why can I not pronounce that? And I just fucking couldn't until like a couple years ago.
You just gotta pronounce it like that. You just gotta Aura! Just gotta put it into
Okay, so how about the synopsis?
Ooh, before we get that, the box art for that, fucking beautiful. The cover art?
Yeah.
Cover
Oh,
art, easily my favorite out of all the movies that we've seen so far.
Very good poster. I remember because this is one of the few I had on tape. DVD. I had this one on DVD. Again, another one that sat in the car DVD player for a while.
Do you have the holographic one?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It didn't bug the hell out of me because
Yeah, I just came.
it's when they were in that in between taking
Wait,
away the
Tropius
plastic
noises.
cases, those weird like paper folio ones.
Yeah.
So I have this one as like a paper folio one.
Okay.
Where it's like flimsy cover, clear plastic disc tray, and then has like the holographic front. Yeah, it's not my favorite case, but the art is
Yeah, the art's my favorite out of all the movies so
top
far.
tier. So movie synopsis.
So anyway,
Okay.
Start last.
World of Pokemon. Many Pokemon we've never discovered before, but this is crazy. We meet Ash. Then normally we get like a lot more plot summary here, and then it's just like, this is Ash. He likes Pokemon. This is his Fampy. He throws it at a clay doll. It hurts it a little bit, I guess. It hurts it. But now we cut back to a story that takes place before the Pokeball existed. We have this like cool, at this point, it's a tree. Now we see like Ho-Oh flying over, like, holy shit, this is starting off just beautiful as fuck.
Ho-Oh finally gets some time in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Except it's not.
It's not.
But yeah, as Ho-Oh flies by, we get this cool like bipedal dog thing hopping around some rocks being cool as shit. And then as he stops, he's like, there's a lot of fog. I can't really see, but I sense something. And this is where we get introduced sort of to what Aura is as an idea, where he's like sensing the energy of everything around him. And he sees on one side, we have the red army. On the other side, we've got the green army. And we got some cool armored up Charizards. And Iron kind of looks like a dumbass. He got like a lump on the back of his head. He's like, I'm Agwan.
I'm an armor Pokemon.
just that whole intro bit is cool.
It's
and
super
It's
cool.
very cool. Very cool.
visually very, very amazing.
There's the whole lore bit with like Lieutenant Surge being in a Pokemon War.
Right, and this is what I always think of.
Yeah, I always wanted to see that, and when I see like the knights and shit, I'm like, this is so cool. And I always expected to see more of it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, kind of don't.
Game Freak, fucking do it.
Yeah, give us
Arceus?
Fire Emblem Pokemon.
Just give us Pokemon Legend.
Guys, we got
They did
Pokemon
that.
Conquest.
It's called
calm down.
Pokemon Conquest.
Yes.
Oh, is it? Is that?
It's Fire Emblem Pokemon, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I didn't know that.
Which also let us not forget the armored Houndooms.
Yeah,
Those are dope.
Yep, right
Those are
here.
dope.
So as the battle's going on, Lucario's like, they're about to meet. They're going to do a thing. Oh no. And then as Ho-Oh flies over again, I guess Ho-Oh's just kind of checking everything out. Doesn't want to get involved, but it's like something's happening. We're just going to watch. We have the cool red armored Houndoom. They're like, yo, what's up, dog? Literal dog.
Dog?
Like,
The dog.
let's tussle. And Lucario's like,
gorilla noises.
I don't really feel like it. So Lucario just starts flees to a rock. Is that what happened? Flees to a rock.
Flies to a rock?
Flies to. Lucario runs away.
Oh, it's, yeah,
Oh,
no, he
God,
goes to the crystal.
yeah. So he runs to one of the time crystal things, and he's just like, Sir Aaron, help! Shit's going on. And then Sir Aaron's off in the castle with Lady, not Eileen, that's the modern one.
Yes.
Come on.
Lady something or other, the princess lady. And he's like, oh no,
Wait,
Lucario needs my help.
is it not Eileen first and then the other one?
I think Eileen's the modern one, is it not?
Is it?
Maybe. They're irrelevant. They exist for plot.
I just remember as soon as I heard it, I was like, "Come on, Eileen!"
Yeah.
Which I think is in the beginning.
Yeah. So he calls her up Sir Aaron. We get this really cool guy with like a hat and some gloves and a staff. He's awesome. But he grabs the rock and talks back. He can see the war's coming, so he needs to go fight. But if these two armies clash, the kingdom's just fucked. It's dead. It's exploding. The Pokemon are crazy. Cut back to Lucario, who's like 1v3ing these Houndoom. They like hit this rock and gets dust in Lucario's eye, and Lucario's like, fuck, I can't see. But Aura's with me, and just starts Aura spearing these Pokemon. Just get the fuck away, back up, leave me alone.
Aura.
We want to talk about Hyper Beams. This move
Yes.
This move is that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The animation for Lucario blows the other movies out of the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like
I mentioned that later on. I was like, this movie moves.
Like,
and I'm not sure if that's because did they remaster this movie?
Not that I'm aware of.
No. I don't
Okay,
think
I wasn't
so.
sure because I know that they had that one situation where they were re-releasing all the movies, and I wasn't sure if they like upgraded them in
Yeah,
any way.
maybe.
But
I don't recall that from
this
this one.
movie's frames. Weirdly enough, I actually spotted it in this movie,
Yeah.
and it looks a lot of things are smooth.
So I noticed that a lot of the good animation also starts when Lucario's involved in a scene. If Lucario's in a scene, they're like, fuck it, no budget. And then
Yeah.
Lucario comes in like, we got a 3D animate.
Everybody
everything.
focus up.
Background, wind, Lucario.
There's a lot of wind in this movie. But yeah, so Lucario just starts aura sphering everyone. Houndooms are all dead, whatever. And Sir Aaron's like, yo, princess, we gotta get out. This whole king is about to blow. And she's like, I'm not leaving my castle. Aaron's like, fine, fuck you, bitch. And then he hops on Pidgeot and just takes off.
I love that. I don't know
Pidgeot?
why. I love the Pidgeot.
It's fucking awesome.
Except I'm pretty sure I heard it, and it might just be that he said Pidgeot, like he's one of those people. But I
Pidgeot.
could have sworn I heard him say pigeon and I was like, you dumb motherfucker.
Pigeon!
So I thought he said the same thing, but that Pidgeot had no reason to be that fucking majestic.
It was so cool.
I just have a question. Can we like stabilize Pidgeot's size?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because this thing is about the size of like a rock.
Maybe it's,
Like-
it's one of those Krabby situations where like their size varies.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we see a Pidgeot later, and it's nowhere near the size.
Why? I also need to know why they can't just use the region bird. Like,
There's the Virgin Birds in here.
I know, but like,
Technically, we would have had
dope as-
Swallow.
I
just
think
born.
Right.
because
Smaller.
Ash had
Probably.
Swellow, we were already going to see it in the movie.
Yeah.
Because you get that cool shot of Swellow
And you
where he's in
can't-
he's in 2D, and everything else is in 3D, which is the
And,
greatest scene in the movie.
Noctowl hasn't been shown as a big bird.
right. I just feel like every time I see a bird, it's always Pidgey.
Yeah.
Like the Pidgey line.
I think it's the same idea of being like, we need a dragon, let's grab Charizard.
Yeah.
It's not a dragon.
Yeah.
It goes
Like,
because
we need
like,
a cool bird, let's get Pidgeot.
It's also because like Pidgey's like a pigeon, so like
Sure.
maybe it can go anywhere.
Isn't Lucario Gen 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
This is another
that
transitional
movie
one.
where we started to bleed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it would have been cool to just be like, yo, Staraptor. Because
Yeah,
that would have been
absolutely.
dope. Like if he
Yeah,
was
but
just
people
like.
would have lost their shit if they would have seen. People lost their
So
shit.
I thought
when-
that was an alarm for a second. I'm like, uh-oh.
No, yeah, like instead of him being like Pidgeot, like what if he just like whistled and this like unknown fucking bird?
It would have been really cool,
would've
like
been
the Don fan moment in the
Yeah,
first movie,
yeah,
where it's
it'd
like,
been great.
shit, there's
So
a
Munchlax in the last movie.
Or-
yeah.
That was the first time you.
That
actually,
technically was
no,
our first gen.
Second time you see Munchlax. The first time you saw
Yeah.
on Pokemon The game,
Yeah.
the 3D.
I think it was a distribution event. You got
no,
Munchlax.
Coliseum.
Oh, right.
Coliseum 2
you're
is the
right.
first time you see Munchlax and Bunsley.
Yeah.
Bonsley.
Yeah, so Pidgeot comes in, picks up Sir Aaron, and they go fly off to Lucario, who's still blind as fuck, can't see. And they're watching the war go on from above, while the Green Army just sends some Skarmories out, which I don't know, was it Swift? Was it Bullet Seed? I don't know what they hit Pidgeot with.
It wasn't Swift.
It was some projectile, I don't know what Skarmory gets.
It might have been an air slash. Well, air
It was
slash
like
is
little
physical.
pellets. He was just like, ah!
It did
Maybe
look
he
weird.
regurgitate. Birds can regurgitate.
Maybe you spit up.
Do they know pin missile?
No.
Maybe.
Wait, no. Yeah. Skarmory gets pin missile.
Does it?
I think so, yeah.
It makes
That sounds
sense.
about right.
It's
Somebody look
sharp
it up.
way.
That's why I look it up
I
on
don't know.
camera.
It can learn spikes, so maybe they turned
Oh,
that into
yeah.
Maybe.
maybe they turned that into a projectile. I don't know.
Either way, Skarmory does some weird shit with its mouth and just sends Pidgeot, and this part, a little rough. Pidgeot gets knocked out of the air, and Sir Aaron's like, fuck, my bird's dead. Just jumps off. Pidgeot smashes into a tree, and he's like, all right, where's my dog? And it's just, it's kind of sad. And then I guess Pidgeot, he comes back, I think. He comes back out. But,
It does.
Oh, is this the movie with the Pokeball thing? Did I mix up the movies?
which Pokeball?
No. Because the last movie does this is a Pokeball, and then
Yeah.
this is like we're gonna take you to a
Before
time
Pokemon.
before you can catch Pokemon,
Yeah.
and I was like, what?
So yeah, Aaron's like, hey, I'm concerned. Lucario, I can't see. He's like, oh, master, I need your help. Sir Aaron's like, yo, stop fucking calling me that. I'm not your master. We're, comrades, whatever. But we got to get the fuck out of here. Lucario's like, but Sir Aaron, we have to save the kingdom. He's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. So as Lucario's like chasing after Aaron like chucks his staff. It sticks in the ground and like absorbs Lucario, which I
Yeah.
guess
The Pokeball before Pokeball.
yeah, this would be the original Pokeball. He's like, you're not getting out until, I guess, my auras match someday, is whatever.
Hopefully you come
Until
out.
you get too angry to
Yes.
stay in.
Just imagine, what if the staff broke? Like, would Lucario just,
I would assume
Probably.
out of it?
Lucario would just pop out.
what if
dies.
he died with it?
Just to add the reference Dragon Ball Z, this is the old Kai coming out the sea sword when Goku's dumbass broke it.
Are we good?
Yeah, we have to do the mandatory Dragon Ball Z.
Well,
No, I
and
understand.
mind you, the whole time, the voice of Lucario
Oh, yeah.
is the voice of Goku.
Yep.
Sean Schemmel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he does like the whole Goku Black voice, like bass form. There's a grab.
Makes
in this
sense.
one.
They
So in
give
reality,
fucking
Goku Black's
Kamehameha
voice was
Pokemon.
Lucario the whole time.
They replaced him in later things, but yeah. He's
Alright, let's
no,
get back to Pokemon. Danny, every time we bring a Dragon Ball
No.
Z, he's getting worse.
It's fine.
He's gonna
I
kill
had
himself.
to get it out of the way, Dan.
He's just-
I'm sorry.
That's the next
he's just,
series.
He's just playing it up.
He's gonna kill
That's the
him.
next
He's gonna kill himself.
series.
We're gonna do Dragon Ball Z and be like, you see that Pikachu that was running around? Oh my god.
Tree of
Watch
Might.
all the movies.
The Tree of Might. Anyway, so yeah, Lucario gets stuck in his staff. He's like, but Sir Aaron, why would you leave me? What the and then just gets trapped.
Did you
in the
listen to
statue.
this one in 3D audio?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Lucario, he's as the light, he's, what the Actually, this one was a struggle because Dante and I were trying to watch it on the same account at the same time, not knowing, where every time I thought my TV was broken or something was wrong with my Wi-Fi, the video kept cutting. I'm like, fuck, I'm just trying to watch the fucking movie. And he goes, by the way, and I think you were like, is anyone trying to watch this movie?
I was like,
And
hello, I know it's midnight.
Yeah,
Anyone watching Lucario?
I thought, because I think the way you phrased it, like, is anyone trying to watch? I was like, yo, anyone trying to get together right now and watch this movie?
I did reread it back, and I was
Yeah.
like, wait, I wonder if he.
So that's what I thought,
mean,
like-
I'm not. I'll be up for it. But
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I'm halfway through if you want to. Oh, he's trying to watch. You take over. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm tired. But yeah, that was the thing. Anyway.
Yes, I stayed up until 2 in the morning watching this movie.
He was dedicated. He loved it. Excuse you.
Jesus.
So the queen watching from the castle, she sees the tree beginning to start to light up. That's the nice little tree we have there, which are all the Pokemon live and stuff. Which is crying over the war. It's like, hey, everything, we're fine. Stop the war. The two armies are like, what the fuck? They slam into each other. Ho-Oh flies over, but it's not Ho-Oh, it's Mew.
Which has a different sound.
It's, yeah.
And this goes what
Yeah,
I was
I
going to say.
wasn't-
There's different legendaries. So I did find something, one of the directors said that there is certain legendaries, there's one-off. Pokia, Dialga, obviously. And then you have other legendaries like Lugia, who not just in the anime, but the directors. I'm saying like there's multiple off.
Yeah.
And I think Mew's another one because I can't remember what movie, but there's a scene of multiple Mews all together. I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
But yeah, there's certain
Oompa?
legendaries.
Oompa.
Like the Reggies are all one because there's one of like because of lore. But there's other legendaries like the legendary birds are not the only ones. 'Cause we were made to believe that, but that means you can have two Zapdos.
So yeah, as Ho-Oh turns back into Mew, we see like, oh, interesting, Mew can transform. We all knew that, but now we're reminded because it happens a lot. The two armies finally clash. There's a really cool moment, just like as we're making our way down the line, we see like equal Pokemon like slam into each other, and then we get Onix and Steelix like clash skulls, and I'm like, yeah, Onix is holding his own. Okay, base 40 ass bitch. Anyway. So Pidgeot then swings in, grabs the staff of Sir Aaron and takes it to the Queen. She's like, oh, a stick, thank you. And
You had one job.
Just to crash into rocks.
all of a sudden everything starts to glow green, the trees, the rocks, everything. And it just engulfs everyone, every human, every Pokemon. The battle stops and the Queen's like, oh, Sir Aaron saved the day. And he sacrificed himself to stop the war. And at this point is where Sir Aaron's become like the hero. He saved the world, he stopped the battle, and had to sacrifice himself to do it. And then we zoom out and it's a mom reading to her little daughter. She's like, oh my God, Mom, this story's so great. Can we read it again? Sure, we just fucking read the book, but why not do it again? Title card! And we're seeing like a cool time progression here where we're like, it's...
Somebody from another movie's freaking out. Time travel.
Time travel? We're seeing like boats, cars, trains, planes, automobiles, all the fun stuff start to happen.
All right.
Sorry. Thank you for watching. Be a sacrifice title card. Okay, sorry, I lost my spot. As we go through the time, we see a beautiful 3D castle across from a humongous bridge.
Well, we've seen that before.
We have. This was at the end of Jirachi Wishmaker, if you recall. But this is, they only say it once. It's Cameron Palace. I put Cameron Palace.
I just read it as Cameron, yeah.
I
think it's Cameron.
I think, yeah, but they
because
literally
it's
say
like
it
a play
once.
on Camelot.
Yeah.
And it has Oron in the name, so because why not? Right?
Perfect. Aura is with me. But the gang, they're making their way across the bridge. We got Ash, May, Max, Brock. And they're like, oh my God, this is great. Ash is competing in a Pokemon tournament, and the winner becomes the Guardian of Aura, which is almost like saying the Chosen One. So
They never said prophecy.
So here's the thing I noticed with the Pokemon movies is that they rely on Ash just lands on these fucking towns on the special day. It's fucking Christmas. Ash is Santa. He has to help Santa Claus.
It's fucking Christmas.
Fucking gifts. Here comes Ash on Valentine's Day. He has to buy a gift for a fucking girl from the movie. He always lands on the festival, celebration, bullshit. The writers are lazy. I hated that right away when I watched it. I was like, fuck it. Why can't it be like Tuesday afternoon?
Because.
And like Ash just fucking breaks the seal.
Damn.
And then, like, that's it, you know what I mean?
Pull me through the stand. He's
If
pissed
the
now.
battle tower was the actual battle tower, I think I would have been more okay with the setting from the last movie.
Sure.
But I understand John's
Yeah.
issue with that always happening.
It's always like a special holiday and
Yeah.
like, wow, guess who's the chosen one?
Yeah.
Or guess who wins the
yeah,
lottery?
we gotta start playing like the Pokemon movie drinking game where every time there's a cliche.
Because you have like 2000, and then you had
You just have to get
2000
forever?
Yes.
Did he land on a special day or no?
No.
No?
No,
But then
time
you have
travel
Jirachi.
brought
That one
them
kind of
to them, so-
happens though. So then,
Then you have Jirachi, which is
Jirachi was
let's
on
land on this
common.
day where we celebrate, you know.
but that wasn't Ash. That was apparently Max.
Yeah, but I mean the plot wise,
Sure.
it's not Ash. You're
Our
right.
heroes, either way. I put a note in here, but I don't think it's correct, so I'm going to skip it. So yeah, the gang's like, shit, we need costumes to fit the event. Whatever, what we do? So it turns out the castle's giving out free costumes. And I guess there's a Sir Aaron one that no one else decided to pick, but Ash got it. It's fine.
This one's
Didn't
just
fit
like
them.
me. I don't want to look like the hero that's in all the posters everywhere, paintings, but
Max
same
can't.
difference.
Ash can't read posters.
So we cut to this little Tailo like flying around the castle. It's beautiful, 3D castle, Tailo flying around. And as it lands on the building, it turns into a Pichu. Weird evolution. I didn't know. It's like a fucking Digimon. Hey, I made a reference.
It's okay when Danny does.
Now the gang's back inside. They're getting their costumes out. Pichu's chilling in the window. He's like, hey, Pikachu, what's up? And then like disappears. and then comes back out as a Trico, like.
So I looked away at this moment. I remember the Tailo turning into the Pichu, and I was like, okay, yeah, it's Mew fucking around.
Yeah.
And then I heard like, and I heard like, and I was like,
What?
Ash's Trico? What?
Freaked his cat out.
I was like, yeah. I was like, where's Grovyle? Why is Grovyle? I was like, did I watch these movies in the wrong order?
I imagine Mew transforms goes Grubak, no. Grubak. Like, he has to test the voice.
Change the vocal cords. So I think Sarah B might have been wrong, or maybe I was looking at the wrong movie. I thought Ash should have had Sceptile in this movie, according to Sarah B, like as it lists the teams.
I think he definitely Grovyle though.
He has Grovyle.
Yeah, he definitely has Grovyle in the
Yeah.
movie. It lists that he had Sceptile.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
thought
that's
this was
wrong.
like Battle Frontier Post, which is not.
It is not.
But that's a thing.
So the league hasn't happened yet. Because that's weird placement.
The Hoenn League would have.
So these two
Potentially could have.
So the last two movies were very back to back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he couldn't because he didn't have Glalie either, unless he just didn't let it out. But he didn't have Glalie, which he got before the league. So
Let's be honest,
That's
Ash
right.
just doesn't let Pokemon out sometimes.
That's true.
They just sit there.
That's weird for like the pacing of a.
I think he also had Donphan by the time he got to the league, which he still had Phanpy. So it's weird. I'm sure Osmosis Jones let us know in the comments if he's still around. But yeah, so the gang, they all find their costumes. Megan's a beautify dress. Max is a jester type thing. Brock's a monk.
I think he's a monk.
Okay.
Either like a monk or like a cleric.
Yeah,
But yeah.
something cool. And then Ash is like, I'm Sir Aaron. Well, he doesn't know who he is, but he's a hero. He's cool.
I think he just goes, "This fits me, huh, Pikachu?" Yeah.
And then Pikachu's like, yeah, you all look great. And they all just like really creepy, like,
Which the animation for slapping clothes on Pikachu is way better than it deserves.
very smooth.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
It's
like,
great.
whoa, why did that look so good?
Because it's Pikachu.
Yeah.
You can't fuck up on Pikachu.
Exactly, which is why Chris is taking the statue there, right?
Oh, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the strap, man.
And then Team Rocket slips in, they take some costumes too, they do a thing. Tournament begins. We get the Battle Frontier.
I love it. I don't know. I never really watched.
Unbeatable.
I never watched the anime up until that point. But like when that kicked in, the rest of the song is kind of but just that kicking in at that moment, and where we had like the camera just zoom in, like do this like.
I realized I
flip.
put Battle
It did.
Frontier, it's Advanced Battle.
It's Advanced
Yeah, it's
Battle.
Advanced Battle.
It's a weird title,
Yeah.
but it's just like whoa! I was like, oh, and I got hyped. I never listened to that song before.
Yeah.
It's still not one of the best ones for Pokemon, but at least that was hype enough.
It gets you in.
I did get hyped on this one.
It's the moment where it's like, bam, you're about to see some shit. And the
Yeah.
tournament's alright.
Yeah, I was doing the whole vibe cat
Yeah.
dance the whole time.
So yeah, tournament starts. Ash in the first round. Pikachu versus Breloom. 3-shot this motherfucking Breloom. You're a piece of garbage. Go to hell. Kills it. Cut to the next battle. We've got Weevil versus Tropius, which there's this
Slurps McGee.
there's this dude in a dude in a suit of armor who's like, Weevil, attack with Shadow Ball, which Ice Beam, Icy Wind probably would have just knocked the fuck out of this
Yeah,
thing.
4 times weakness.
But-
They just
You know,
That's all right. We don't know what Weevil is yet, apparently.
fair.
So.
Shadow Ball, I guess, yeah, that's another Gen 4. So we technically, it's another, okay.
We have a few of them sprinkled around.
Yeah. Next we have the princess showing up in the tower. She's like, this is great. She's got a Mime Jr., but there's a second one? What the fuck? Oh, never mind. That's an Apom. We see the Mime Jr. transform in front of the old lady who's really fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I hated
the worst.
her.
The worst.
I wanted her to just
Sit down. Yeah, I hated her.
trip and snap a hip or something, dude. But
Oh god.
the
another movie.
Ash is moving up the bracket. Final round. Ash versus Ash versus
Ass.
I can't speak. Ash versus the armored dude. Pikachu versus Weevil.
Ass.
Pikachu just fucking fries Weevil. Says, get the fuck out of my
I
game.
love that too, because it's just like you see the lightning back up, and you see lightning, and it's like second gear,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
after it does that, it's like third gear. I'm like, oh shit, he's just killing this Weevil.
Stop! He's already dead. But yeah, Ash wins. They do like the, yeah, we did it. They run towards each other, and that Apom's just like, yo, fucking congrats. And just runs in the field like, yo, good job, Pikachu. Thank you, Sandshrew, for always being ready for my antics.
I'll have you know, I'm sorry I haven't voted on you. You've been in practically every movie up to this point.
He's just waiting for the moment. He's waiting for a Alolan.
You were even in this movie, and I don't know how you still keep getting the spotlight. Thank you, buddy.
He's adorable.
He's amazing. Sandshrew's dope. But yeah, dude in armor walks up, takes the helmet off. Oh my god, it's a hot chick named Kid.
A line that we will never get in a modern day anything
Yeah.
is, he's a she! Like, yeah.
Yeah, May calls it. She's just like,
Would
wait,
not fly.
that guy's a girl. Like,
Yeah.
it's and
It's not 2020. It's
Yeah.
not appropriate.
yeah, sorry guys, it was a different time. But yeah, now we're at the ceremony. Ash is like, yo, here's the staff. The way they presented it sounded like, this is yours now.
Right, yeah,
Congratulations,
yeah.
you own this staff. I was like, I don't think you can do that.
So
Yeah.
here's my
I think he
thing.
needs
I
that.
think this movie has the worst voice acting, which sucks because a lot of the original cast are still in this movie before they hire all the new people. They change Ash's voice, whatever. And I don't know if it's a dub thing. I only watched it in English. I usually watch it twice, but I didn't have time this week.
Sure.
And I did not vibe with like the voice acting for this. Just didn't feel good.
Okay.
And with that scene, it sounded like they were like giving him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Like,
like,
you
I'm-
won, this is yours.
like 100% watching them. Like I'm very positive. That's just like a thing for the day.
Yeah.
Did you
Versus
watch?
like-
Did you watch Jirachi?
Because I was about to bring up the point. So they just pick, like, out of all the years that the staff has just been around, they choose when Ash rolls up. They're like, fuck it, we're putting it on the line now.
We're getting tired of this
Here
ceremony.
you go. And then like, do they not do that any other time?
Here's this relic that's very important to our culture.
There's actually
Let's
a
give it to
Pokemon in there.
10-year-old who's not local,
He
and
won
his
the tournament,
Pokemon
though.
suck.
Misty won that glass thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's doesn't
was-
have a
that-
sacred Pokemon story inside of it.
They didn't know that.
That is true. I guess they didn't know that. Just
They're just like, hey, here's a sacred relic. You're only here for like what? The
Should've
day?
been
It's
the soldiers.
fine. It's
They should've been the
soldiers.
Should've been the
but that would have been like in
Love it.
2000 if they're like, hey, here are these 3 crystal gems you have to go find. Keep them.
Who's here seen Gen 4 anime?
Yeah.
So you know about Paul. I
Yeah,
promise you,
Paul's
Paul
amazing.
was supposed to be the one, and Ash came in, and that's the why Paul's such a dick to Ash the whole time. Because he's like, that should have been me! Like, this is Paul's origin story.
He does the Rebecca thing where he just registers first. And the guy's like, no.
Are you saying Paul's just Dolph Ziggler?
That should have been me. I'm just saying, Paul was Ash's best rival, bar none.
Oh, yeah, hands down. But
100%.
that's for next week.
So that's when we start doing the whole anime.
Yeah.
Kind of watch them all, anime edition. Oh,
We watch
gosh.
one episode a week.
Oh, God, no.
Dude, we got content for years.
Yeah, for real. Several.
So yeah, they give Ash.
has a septile.
Oh, your Bulbasaur finally evolved, level 16, ain't he? Oh boy.
Look at the moon.
So yeah, Ash is holding the staff. He's like, "This is cool," and he hears a voice going, "Why did you betray me?"
It's Batman.
The fuck is this? Did you say something, old lady? She's like, "Shut the fuck up, kid. Look fancy." Everyone's dancing, having a lovely time. May was dancing with some Richie Rich man. Brock's getting to second base where he's just like, "What's up?" And the kid's like, "Just put your hand on my hip." He's like, "Oh my god, I'm touching a girl. I never get this far. They always kick me or something."
Max is scarfing food.
Yeah, he's chowing down. Apom and Pikachu are dancing, really cute. Ash is sitting in a chair. And he's like, "You know what? My Pokemon could have some fun." He lets out all the Pokemon, and he's like, "I want to play." And then they're like, "Sit the fuck down, bitch. You're supposed to look
Sit
at
So
the
this is how I know. This is how I know the movie has more budget than others. Is that we see all of Ash's team.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then May, she's like, "Excuse me, sir. I like to dance, but my team come out." And then all her Pokemon come out.
This is
They
where I
have a
realized May had a Squirtle, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
I was like,
gets it.
so Ash got rid of his Squirtle, and then the animators realized, oh wait, we fucked up. We gotta bring it back.
They gave her both, but they gave her Bulbasaur as well.
Yeah, I don't think she doesn't have Bulbasaur here.
No.
She gets Squirtle first.
She gets Bulbasaur.
Because Squirtle, I think, is an egg that hatches. No.
And she gets nerdy Squirtle as opposed to Ash.
Her Bulbasaur, it's a one-off episode where she comes back and you have like Dawn and May, and then she gets Bulbasaur, and then Ash brings back his Bulbasaur for this episode.
How
It's
long
like,
does it take Brock to get his fucking mud kit?
He has it in his
He has it.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
has it.
I
He
didn't
also-
remember seeing
her-
it.
There's a part where they're in the
Bulbasaur.
hot spring, and they say something about Ash being a dumbass.
Yeah, Mudkip is just there. It's just head. Mudkip.
Because he did have it in Deoxys way. It just
Did he?
it was only part of the Lombre dance scene. That's like,
Okay.
I think the only time you see it.
Okay. It's
that
just,
Bulbasaur with
it
the
didn't
heart,
get shown
with
a
the
lot.
heart pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I'm 100% sure that thing, by the way, can go for thousands of fucking Poké dollars.
Probably.
A pattern like that on a Bulbasaur, bro, fucking don't train
Sell
that.
it.
Sell that shit. Buy yourself some champions.
But yeah, so everyone's having a good time. They run off. Ash isn't allowed to play. We see Team Rocket a little bit. Now Jesse's dancing with the fancy lady, a fancy man, person of whatever gender. I
Does James dance with Kid?
don't. James
May.
dances with May.
Oh, with May.
Yeah. And
Right,
she's like,
yeah,
don't
Kid-
I know? He's like, oh, I'm not sure.
I hear that a lot.
It's I have blue hair, just like that one guy that tries to catch your friend's Pikachu. But yeah, Kid's like, yo, I need a drink. Brock's like, I'll get
That's
it.
what it is.
Yeah, and then Kid just like sneaks off, and Meowth is like, hey, I heard something. The same voice? All right, quota. He gets
Quota.
Quota met.
So yeah, so he falls in, and Kid's taking this Meowth follows the gang's Pokemon, and then I think Grovyle like slams the door and like knocks him into a fireplace, and then Kid walks in. Kid's like, hey, I'm after the thing. I'm almost there. And Meowth, the fuck's going on, Meowth? Something going on. I gotta follow this chick.
This is the point in the movie where I think she did this like crazy smile, and I was
Yeah.
like, I made a Danny comment, and I was like, goodness, is she legal?
I did
Osmosis?
The same thing. I did the same
She
thing.
Tell me?
looks so evil in this scene. Like, she
Yeah.
looks like the bad guy.
Like right here, it's like that
Yeah.
is the villain.
Yeah.
Because then her coming up, the Weevil come out, and they kind of fuck the place
Yes.
up, which again, villain thing to do.
Yeah, super villain. Like, literally, there's a dude with 2 Sneasel in a previous movie. And there's like, boom, here's this girl looking for a legendary Pokemon with 2 Weavile.
Dark Ball.
Yeah.
She just comes in as the Iron Mask Marauder.
I am the Iron Mask Black Tulip. She's got the giant Metagross.
My cousins
hand.
are Annie and Oakley.
It all ties together.
I mean, but the thing that kind of goes for that too is that she has a what you would assume to be a team symbol
Yeah.
Yeah.
on her.
Right. She hot though. She really is.
She nice.
That fucking visor though.
It's a scouter. Okay, there's your Dragon Ball Z reference. Get the fuck out. Okay.
It's okay when Danny does it.
I kid. It's for the content. Anyway, yeah, so now she changed into this
Back to
badass
kid.
skin suit. Looks amazing, looks sexy, jumps out the window. Max notices May's Munchlax, like, oh, look, food, and runs upstairs. Max like, I should follow it, see
So,
what's happening.
as a kid, I always thought that was the Munchlax from Destiny
Deoxys?
Deoxys. Yeah. And
You think?
it
But that
always,
evolves, so-
yeah, I know. So I always like,
Reverted.
I always thought that they got certain Pokemon from certain movies.
Yeah,
And
which makes sense.
It like blew my mind that they didn't sometimes.
Like at this point now, Ash doesn't get Lucario.
Right,
because of the
right.
fairy
But
movie.
he eventually gets a Lucario.
He just got a Lucario,
Yeah.
so.
Which again, yeah.
So yeah, all the Pokemon that go upstairs, they find this big room filled with toys and shit, and Apom's like, yo guys, look, I got a bunch of stuff. There's toys, there's cars, there's balls. Grovyle starts like surfing on a ball. It's fucking cool. And while they're like rolling around, Apom turns into Pikachu, and Pikachu's like, the fuck?
Oh, dude, that Suicune like rocking horse.
Yeah,
that was
that
so
was really
cool.
So
I
there
really
was-
like that.
Phanpy was on, they fucking set him on a spin, poor little guy.
There was the Suicune rocking horse, and then there was the birds as a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Celebi
throwback.
was on the wagon.
Yeah,
So-
throwbacks to other movies, and I was like, that's pretty neat.
Where
But
was
they-
Papa?
Yeah, they only did 2 and 3.
I am into. They said a fucking Deoxys blow up.
I guess they couldn't-
And then not pictured, they had like an ornate bowl, and then inside was just green noodles.
I guess they couldn't do Mewtwo because Mewtwo was like a creation that was hidden from the world or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Entei wasn't
Oh, you
actually
didn't,
in
you
a
didn't
movie.
see him in a syringe?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
That? I like that. I don't like that. So yeah, they're upstairs playing. Weird that he turned into Pikachu, but let's just forget about it. Brock's out here like, where's Kid? I got left at the dance. Oh no, I have 2 glasses of punch. What do I do? But she's out chilling on the roof like, I wonder. She has a really cool, like, she like jumps and just like swings around. If Lucario had the best animation, like Kid was like number 2. Like she had a lot of cool
She
shit.
fucking like does this running jump thing that I was like, yo, that's really cool. And then Meowth shows up and fucking shit the whole way down the roof.
Well, I mean, they had to spend half the budget on her hair. Damn, that shit was like from like if I'm Kid, like it's like at least like all the way.
Her hair
to,
was
to,
her
like,
arm
Dark
span.
hair.
She was-
She was always T-posing.
Yeah, the craziest thing is that it's just like, for somebody you're going to animate a lot, why did you give her such ridiculous hair? Like,
It's intense. It's probably the only thing I didn't like about her design, but I digress. She's still mommy.
For this,
Yeah,
you are mama.
Mama. So Meowthy's following. He slips off the roof, fucking grabs the thing with his tail, and just crashes through the room.
When he hooks it, he's just like, ah! For like,
He just defies gravity for like 4 seconds.
Three
like,
solid seconds where he's just like, ah!
He's doing like the Wile E. Coyote, like running on air, and he's like, uh-oh. So yeah, the team's like, the fuck? Is this Meowth? And then second Pikachu's like,
No, this is Patrick.
no, this is Patrick. Second Pikachu turns into Mew. Wait a second. We're hanging out with Mew? This is crazy. But yeah, kids watching from across the tower. She's like, oh, I see him. All right, Weevil, you two, go put this tracker on Mew. That's all she said.
The same Weevil.
Yeah,
They have the same fucking voice clip. And I was just like, why didn't they just do it in a different tonality? It was like, Weevil. I was
Because
like,
all the Pokemon
which
are
is
the
just
same.
like how she's like, use this device to tag it to Mew, and whips that bitch like right up in the air, and then both of them jump, and the one just like grabs. I'm like, how? That thing it's gonna get lost in the darkness, and these two are
They're
just
dark
like,
type.
we got this.
I'll tell you how. Spell the unknown.
Roll credits.
Don't they have claw hands?
What?
They
They
do.
have claw hands?
Yeah.
I think they grabbed
There's
it
just
with
like,
claw.
like it's like perfectly placed, like right between the two. Like they went, and then
I don't know. I mean, if Pikachu can like squarely like hit an ID card
That's
all the
fair,
way
that's
up,
fair.
like
That's fair.
I think we're
because like question it, and then I'm like, wait, this is anime. You can't question it. You
you
can't.
can't question it.
So yeah, the Weevil, they jump in the window and they're like, hey, we need that Mew. And everyone just starts fucking shit up. They're trying to get Mew. Weevil uses like Icy Wind or something. He just freezes literally everyone but like 3 Pokemon. Mew's running around trying to get away.
Munchlax.
Poor Munchlax.
Literally, it's just like walking with a snag, and he's like, Shh. Fucking.
So yeah, Mew goes like running around, fucking, they pin him to the wall. Pikachu says, no, knock that shit off. Freeze the entire team. Meowth is fucking around too. He's trying to exist. Anyway, things happen. They pin the guys in the corner. Mew's like, I gotta get out of here. Transforms into Meowth so he can kind of like juke him, be like, oh, which one's the real one? And then Meowth runs its fucking mouth anyway. It's like, I hope you had a plan.
That was-
The same
That was a great moment. It's just like, oh, and the Weevil are like, ah.
But yeah, at this point, Max is like trying to break in, like, what's going on? And I forgot. The Weevil do like a Egyptian Indian dance thing with their arms. It's kind of cool. I don't know why they did it, but they did it.
And Meowth is like, are you gonna battle us or have
Yes.
or do a ballet?
So yeah, then Max is trying to sneak in. He can't get through the door because of the ice. And as he peeks in, like, wait a second. Oh, Pikachu got knocked the fuck out too. He's like laying in their arms. And Meowth is just holding Pikachu. Like, why are there 2 Meowth and a Pikachu? Mew turns back into Mew and teleports him away. Max is like, fuck, there's a Mew in the house. Meanwhile, everyone else is still downstairs. We don't know anything about this. As they teleport like out to the roof, Mew turns into Pidgeot yet again. And just takes the 2 away. Says, bye, I'm taking these guys with me. These are my friends now. We're gonna leave.
Mew, true villain.
So yeah, Ash is sitting here checking out the staff. I think he's like sitting in the chair all funny when Grandma's like, man the fuck up. Ash is then like, hey, before we start the final ceremony, our hero has to do like the heroic pose. Like, the fuck does that mean? He looks at the poster. He stands up with the staff in like a cool pose, whatever. Yeah.
Half of Praise the Sun.
And then as he does that, the fireworks go off, but the staff starts to glow. Something's happening. And then we hear the staff go, I believed in you. And then as it just like starts to shake and rattle, out comes Lucario, who's
Still
like
blinded.
Still blinded.
Still blinded.
By the
He's
way-
had dust in his eyes for 100 fucking years.
So
but
he's just like falling into this abyss, eyes closed, and just no concept of whatever is going on.
I wonder if it was like, I assume it was like cryostasis, like Cap, where he's
Right.
like, I'm frozen and like I'm asleep for this much time. But imagine if he was just like awake, like fucking shit, I can't get this shit out of my
It's getting
eye."
worse. The more I rub it,
If he was awake,
I can't-
for all that time, I would say that we can probably border along the fact of a crazed Lucario.
Yeah, that's fair. He's sleeping.
But I'm assuming he was in stasis.
Yeah.
He comes out of the staff, starts aura spearing everybody.
He basically like,
kind of does.
He becomes Broly.
he jumps out and he's just like, yo, he rushes Ash, being like, this is Sir Aaron. He's just like, what the fuck? Why did you do this? And Ash is like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then the dust fades away, and Lucario opens his eyes like, wait a minute. You're not Sir Aaron. And then he hauls ass as fast as Tori from the last fucking movie.
I'm afraid of people.
He's one of the few Pokemon who can learn extreme speed, so.
That's fair. Yeah, he's wandering around like, why are we celebrating? The war's still going on. What the fuck? Like, what's going on?
He sees the fireworks and he's just
Yeah.
like, no, why?
Yes.
He's
Why are we
having
celebrating?
PTSD, like,
Walrein!
he's a war veteran. Actually, this is kind of dark now that we think about it.
Pokemon.
Oh no.
Could you imagine his flashbacks and it's just like the Houndoom hopping the fucking Wolverine sword and then it's just like mushroom cloud fucking gunshots? I just need that hyperimposed clip of just like surprise Lucario and just all these like war scenes. Just need it.
Lucario runs off. He goes finds his old room, which isn't his old room anymore. And it's he's not there yet. He's like, "Yo, I'm Sir Aaron. This is your room now. You live here. Enjoy. We're gonna teach you how to aura." He's like, "Aura?" He's like, "Don't worry. I'll teach you one day."
It's that
This is
human
the-
thing I can teach to a Pokemon.
This is the one weird thing, and this is probably retrospective,
Sure.
because I'm not sure if Riolu existed yet.
I'd
But-
imagine evolutionary it would have, but
typically, you don't become a Lucario until you've gained mastery over Aura.
Right.
So it's just like, is Sir Aaron's Lucario was he
Not
just
capable.
Not capable for?
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird.
it's a weird. It sounds like just a movie plot because being like, if this Lucario doesn't have aura, so other Lucarios don't have aura, which means their race is not as cool as they make
But
it
that
out
could
to
also be a directing thing, because like they
Sure.
probably weren't told the lore of Lucario because
Yeah.
it didn't exist yet.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's the only thing I talked it up to is because Riolu isn't around yet.
I better see Ash practice that fucking aura with Riolu. I better not see some
think-
bullshit.
I think it evolved.
I haven't watched that far yet. I know if he has it,
Okay.
but I haven't seen how yet.
Spoilers.
I better see him do some fucking Dragon Ball Z, Tai Chi, Mortal Kombat shit.
I don't know. I was
He just holds in. There's just Riolu just going like.
Just oh boy, more Dragon Balls! Yeah,
Naruto.
yeah. One Piece, Bleach, Dream. Okay.
Yeah, Ash uses his final Rasengan in this.
Exactly.
That's what Greninja.
What's Ash's quirk?
Letting go of Pokemon.
Never winning.
He won this tournament this
He
week.
didn't really win.
That was passive. Yeah, so Eileen, she's like following Lucario. It's like, hey, listen, some time's passed and we got a lot of explaining to do. I put the joke about time travel, but I think it worked better at the beginning.
Is this time travel?
Is this time travel? So Lucario's like, look, Lady Eileen, listen, I don't know what happened the day of the war. I was trapped in the staff. What's going on? He's like, hey, the war's done. We're good. Sir Aaron saved us. He's like, no, Sir Aaron betrayed us. What the fuck? And Ash's like, wait, I don't understand. Why'd you confuse me for Sir Aaron? Lucario was like, because you look just like him, kid. You got the same aura and everything.
Same aura, same point.
Same
The same aura, the same voice, the same sky. Max comes rushing in like, hey guys, I saw Mew. The fuck's this dog? And he's just like, this is Lucario. He used to hang out with Sir Aaron, but now he's here because he thought the war was going on, but it's okay.
Which I just love how that's like a casual thing for
Yeah.
them. Like they're like, this thing literally wakes up the next day, and it's like years later, and they're just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's just Lucario, and he's just like, okay.
It's a little
Cool.
sensitive, yeah.
Any more sandwiches left? I'm hungry. Yeah. And then Kid falls in like, yep, Max is telling the truth. Mew's here. Yep, it's crazy. But yeah, they're like, oh, Mew shows up from time to time. He likes to cause some mischief. He likes to live at the tree at the beginnings, though.
He steals toys and kids never get them back. And they're like, never get them back!
All of this
Sorry.
just casual.
Very casual.
Very casual.
But yeah, Lady Eileen's like, you see that big thing over there? It looks like a tree. It's not a tree. It's a rock. But we call it the Tree of Beginnings because it looks like a tree.
It's not
but
a tree.
It's a rock!
I'll take a SpongeBob reference. But yeah, they're like, if you go there, you'll find Mew. And they're like, oh, because Mew teleported away with Pikachu and Meowth. We don't really care about Meowth. But we got to go save my buddy Pikachu. So how do we get there? Lucario's like, I can take you there. Trust me, I'll do anything for the kingdom. So let's do it. And then at this point, Brock's like, wait, your kid, like the kid, the famous lady? That's cool. You've broken all these records. Now
I
you're gonna
can't believe I
break
didn't
them all."
notice you.
Yeah. He's like, because I see you're beautiful. Thank you. I didn't mention it before. This is like Mime Jr. Lady Eileen.
It's fantastic.
Adorable. The entire time is just mimicking whatever's happening, so people are clapping. It usually fits in the moment, but Brock's like, "Oh my God, you're kidding me!" It's adorable.
Junior's great.
I feel like I know James had Mime Jr.
He does that the whole time too. Every time James is like explaining an idea, you see him miming it behind him.
Yeah, Mime Jr. was such a gem, and I wish it was still in the show. I wish Mime Jr. had the hierarchy that Wobbuffet does.
I wish Ash would just die. And
Jesus Christ.
And it's just Wobbuffet, Beware. Like, all of Team Rocket's Pokemon are so fucking amazing. They have more character development than the actual main character. He does.
This is the dark episode.
Always like, I just wish Ash would die.
Like, have you seen Gen 8, not 7, with Beware?
Yeah.
Dude, Beware has more character development than like every fucking season of Pokemon combined together into Ash.
I understand that.
I now understand why John didn't like the ending of this movie, because something
Fuck,
almost
Ashley,
happened, and
damn
Why could have been me?
Why couldn't Lucario become the master? So yeah, the gang's like, let's make some preparations. We're going to the Tree of Beginnings to find Pikachu. Lucario's like staring at a painting of Sir Aaron, still trying to like put things together, like, why'd this bitch ass like leave the kingdom? And then Ash like walks in the door, and Lucario just goes like instinct, jumps on the wall, kicks
Instinct,
off, and
you
just
say?
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Jones goes,
Yeah, he like jumps off the wall, and just puts Ash in a chokehold. He's like, what the fuck? He's just like, don't sneak up on me, little bitch.
that was your first mistake.
I didn't hear that part.
Yes.
3D headphones.
Y'all need the 3D headphones. I'm saying you're not listening.
I need some.
You can get them at Walmart for like $400. Not sponsored. Yeah, Ash is like explaining like, hey, Pikachu's my friend. I'm not his master. We're buddies. And Lucario's like, I don't have any friends and I don't want any. Fuck you. Let's go.
So edgy.
Yeah. So the cut to the morning. Ash, maybe it's the morning. It's foggy. We don't know what time of day it is. There's a lot of fog. We don't have defog yet. It's not Gen 4.
It's a point in time.
Yeah. So the gang, they all hop in Kid's Hummer and they just start driving towards the Tree of Beginnings. Lucario's just like, I think he like closes his eyes and just Naruto. Fuck me. Just Naruto runs straight through the fog.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Jesus. But yeah, right around there, we get like our third or fourth explanation of like what aura is, and kids like,
Even though it's not really an explanation.
Yeah,
It's just like, we're going to throw the word aura around a bunch.
Aura. It's the living essence inside of a living thing, and they're like, wow, that's crazy. So yeah.
Brings up a question later, but I'll get to it.
So if Sir Aaron can control aura, that means Ash can too, because Lucario said they're like the same, right? And Ash is like,
no fucking sense.
I'm a hero. I can do this shit. So anyway.
It's all in the jacket.
We cut to the Tree of Beginnings. We're in this nice little like forest grove where it's Meowth, Mew, and Pikachu like hanging out. Like, this is where we stay. We're safe here. Toys, nice water. I think Pikachu's actually like asleep. He's still KO'd at this point.
Pikachu is still sleeping in the leaves.
Which honestly, like Pikachu's been so like
cute.
He was cute, but he's been through some worse shit. And like I think a Weevil like Shadow Ball like knocked this fucker out for like 6 hours.
He hasn't
like,
learned Iron Tail yet. There's still see someone
of course, because him having Iron Tail means he has more strength.
He got KO'd by level 5 Snivy. I'm just.
That's
That
true.
hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet.
It's not
But it is gonna happen.
This level 100 Pikachu.
That just ran through a lost a perch.
But yeah, they cut back. Lucario's there chilling on a rock, eating some berries, and the gang's like, "Ooh, I'm Brock. I made some food. Here's some for Kid, and here's some for you." And then little Bonsley. I said Bonsley.
It was they fixed it after this movie.
So it
where
should be
it's now
Bonsley.
Bonsley now, but
It is Bonsley.
It's Bonsley in this movie,
Okay,
but
well,
afterwards it's Bonsley.
I'll stick with Bonsley because I think that sounds better. But Bonsley's like, I'm going to use my little finger horns to grab this plate and just run away. And then Lucario is, well, first.
It's using fake tears.
First they yell at it, and he's like, shit, they got me, fuck. And then runs off. Lucario's like, bitch, don't take shit that's not yours. Eat this berry. And he's like, I guess that's a lovely substitute instead of this whole plate of food, which I don't know what exactly it was. It looked like falafel, I don't know. It was something. And then Bonsly's just like, okay, I'll eat this one berry. And then he's like, I'm gonna tag along with these guys for the rest of the movie. It's cool.
Go right on top of their truck.
I don't know, homie. I like to imagine he was just heavy enough to just like plop, and the wind resistance just did nothing. He's like, I'm good.
He's a rock type.
Or that little like hole
He
underneath
actually
him.
is really heavy though.
He is definitely. That's what he did.
That's why I was so surprised when it like hit May, and I was like, why is she not dead?
Somebody just picked it up casually too.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh hey.
Which was Team Rocket in the trunk of the car at this point?
I think
I
so.
think they were.
For like the whole because they were just like
Yeah.
that the entire ride. They're just going like, "Cause I
My
think good now."
spine.
Like their legs, like I can only imagine.
I'm not sure if it's now or later, but we do see them like kind of like fly out of the trunk and
Right.
Yeah.
Come back to the guys in the tree. They're hanging out. Meowth leans on the tree and like falls into this tube of bubbles that floats up, and it's cool and pretty. Pikachu and Mew join in. They get to the top, get a lovely view of like the forest. Thinking, yeah, and they fucking poor Meowth is getting fucked around. He's on a bubble. They're launching him all around. It's a crazy sad time, but it looks pretty.
Where's the you need to cut back on the Pokeblock? Where's that?
That
That was at the
on,
castle.
on the roof.
So yeah, when Mew teleported him up there, and he like Meowth is holding, and he's like, "Oh, you need to come back on the Pokeblock, kid," or whatever he says. The same oath, you know.
Same aura. Same aura.
The same oath. Get to the top. They're beautiful view, beautiful. So the gang like, let's get back in the Hummer. Let's keep going. Bonsly hops on top. He's like, I'm gonna hang out here. And Lucario just like stops. He's like, there's some geysers around these parts. We shouldn't go forward.
Those geysers were beautifully animated.
Very well beautiful.
Like I was I'm gonna bring this up, and it's gonna be like that moment where I talk about main character having a pen just for no, but it's beautifully animated. I was like, that's a lot better than it needs to be. I have respect for this.
Very nice indeed.
Fucking water.
Fucking water.
So yeah, then there's the guy like, you know what? We have to save a Pikachu, but we might as well stop for a bath. So they hang out in the hot springs.
Bonsly, you should get in. Bonsly's a rock type. Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm sorry. And then Fampi's chilling too, like, I can't get in the water.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Mud.
Those rock types just can't have baths then, and they
Mud.
stink.
Yeah. Mud's bad.
That's your
enough.
rival.
Mud doesn't unstink though.
That's your like Rhyhorn, I guess. Cause you
Yeah.
surf.
That's fair.
I don't think
the others.
actually can Don. I'm gonna have to look this up. I think Donphan might be able to surf.
Damn, good
Muddy
Don
water.
fan. Good year for the win. So Lucario's like chilling on a rock, watching everyone have a good time. Then he has a second flashback of the movie. So Aaron's trying to convince Lucario, like, dude, you gotta fucking relax. Put your feet in the water. He's like, I really don't want to. And Sir Aaron's like, fuck you, do what I say. Right away, master.
By the way, these are not flashbacks, they're PTSD that he's having.
Same thing.
Wolverine.
No, one's trauma.
That's why he can't put his feet in the water.
These aren't really, they're not all trauma, so these would be flashbacks and not PTSD.
He hasn't had the trauma yet.
Fair. I think Lucario's a good boy. He's having a time. But yeah, he's just like, I don't want to do it, but he does it. Lucario likes it. Cool. Back to the modern day. Ash is like, hey, Lucario, come jump in the water. And Lucario's like, I don't want to fucking talk to you, kid. You're not Sir Aaron. I put being a little emo bitch.
Emo bitch.
Yeah, this is where May has a weird moment where she like hops out of the van in a bikini and they like don't accent it, but kind of like
Do accent it at the same time.
And unfortunately, Kid doesn't get a bikini. She just like rolls up her legs and like puts her feet in the water and pisses me off. May notices like a crystal up on the ledge, like, oh cool, we should play with that. And Ash is like, I'll get it. Climbs up and like looks at it and then like slips, pulls the thing out. May catches it. She's like, damn you, Ash. You weren't supposed to fucking touch it, but we gotta replant it before we leave. It looks fine. It's
I like how they were like, a flower? I was like, that's not a flower.
That's a
And then they're like, it's a flower. I was like, okay, it's a flower.
I just like from like the height from where it was, Ash falling, like fuck Ash at that moment in time. Nobody tried to like break his fall, save him. They were just like, fuck you, I want this.
Keep in mind that Pokemon exist. Any Pokemon could have grabbed that. Name me a Pokemon Ash has that could have gotten that.
Oh, they made the joke again about
Fancy.
Ash being a dang monkey.
Yeah.
Like, he's like,
Oh,
Ash
Wow,
is-
that
Ash
kid
is
really
big.
can climb, can he? Yeah, he's a human apom.
He's a human.
Yeah,
ape.
you're right. I didn't put that down. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, the second movie where we related Ash to a monkey Pokemon.
Flashback 3, Sir Aaron's explaining time flowers to Lucario. He's like, yo, if you touch these things, you can see the past. It's
Time
cool.
travel.
Time travel.
How fucking convenient.
So the gang starts to replant the flower, and Ash is like, all right, cool, I'll put it in the ground. And as he touches it, they see time travel, and we see Ash fall from the rock. He's like,
From our perspective.
Our perspective. And they finally see, like, hey, Ash fell, this is the time flower, be careful with these, you can see the past, whatever. Don't be careful, they don't do shit. But they gather around the campfire, Ash is telling a story, and they're like, yeah, you know, Pikachu and I used to not be friends. And they show all the scenes from like the first episode when Spearow attacked, and he's like, yeah, now we're buddies. Lucario's like, psh, whatever, it's fucking stupid. Another flashback where Sir Aaron's teaching Lucario how to dodge like logs, like, hey, use your aura. Just, good job, buddy, I knew you could do it.
This is the moment where I'm like, okay, you said aura is for all living things. How is he dodging dead logs? I don't know. I looked it up.
With me.
I looked it up, and apparently it's just the energy that everything can potentially give off.
Yeah.
But the way that they presented it in the movie is that it's only living things. So
Yeah,
It's kind of like when you're watching like one of those martial arts movies and you used to chi.
Yeah.
You used to chi in your body to sense other things coming at you.
Yeah, I understand that, but it's not.
Like
that,
Naruto.
that would be a different concept.
It's
Like
like
Naruto
Nami
chakra.
checking out the key of all the people around him. Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's what you did there. Okay.
Plus, this is also one of those situations where I was just like, why is Lucario not psychic?
Because he's fighting Steel.
He's fighting Steel. I feel like it should get an ability that boosts
I
psychic.
think it's because they
but
want.
that's another.
I learned that they rely a lot on psychic abilities for these guys, but they realistically they can't make everything a psychic. So
Sure.
because Sir Aura is a dark type and has a fuck ton of psychic ability.
Yeah. I think Victini's fire psychic?
Yeah.
Psychic. Yeah.
I'm just thinking ahead.
It was the only fire psychic, and then Gen 6 came out with Delphox.
And
Delphox.
they said, and she said, "Hold my wand."
She just shoves her stick in her axe and
She go like, "Put this away."
Moving on.
So yeah, after Lucario comes out of his flashback, he just starts getting pissy. He's just like, yo, humans can't be fucking trusted. Yeah, you would leave Pikachu in a second if you could. And Ash is like, yo, Lucario, what the fuck? You left the queen, and it wasn't Sir Aaron's fault. You're the problem. Lucario says Pikachu, he left on purpose. He didn't want to be with that. They just start fighting each other. And then Ash tackles Lucario. They roll down the hill. Like at any point.
I jokingly said, "What if Ash punched?" Oh wait, he did.
I did the same thing. I'm like, if I was Ash, I'd punt, like I do something, and then the next thing you know, he just fucking like spear tackles him.
Yeah.
And
But we already saw Lucario like chokehold this kid.
Right,
Like,
and then there were
what was up Lucario just being like, just fucking stop.
just aura sphere. Ash flies off in the distance.
Ash actually held his own. Funnily enough,
I just have to
You
imagine
know,
Lucario.
Lucario says
did.
the whole "you will leave Pikachu in an instant," but there's two scenarios in which Ash did try that. When he found that forest full of Pikachu's,
Yeah.
and Pikachu's like, "I don't want to leave," and Ash is like, "Whoa, what's that?"
Yes.
And then he like books the fuck out of it, and then it happens again in Gen 2, where or Gen 2 anime, where he finds like a group of Pokemon that Pikachu vibes with, and he's like, "Whoa, what's that?" And then like he bucks it again.
He's off.
So I mean, he's not wrong.
I don't know if I'd say those were in an instant, but you know what? Sure, Pikachu sucks.
He's just tired of Pikachu, bro.
Yeah, I get it. You should have got the Clefairy, but
Maytels, I think is where we're at.
yeah. So May tells Ash, she's like, "Yo, you're kind of being an asshole." He's like, "Yeah, I guess I am." And then Max is like, "I'll go calm down Lucario. Hey, dog boy, would you like some chocolate?" And I don't know how it works in Pokemon. Like,
It's a dog.
It doesn't work the same.
He's just
they
like-
can eat human food.
I like to
apparently.
imagine Max was just like super maniacal, like, "I'm on your side, Ash. Hey, Lucario, you ever heard of chocolate?
No, I haven't.
So I imagine that, like, I
Fucking got him."
imagine that Max went like this to Ash, like, hell, humans.
This is the moment where I realized that Lucario is a tsundere, and then
Yeah.
I was like, "Fuck, that means I really like him." In case you guys don't know, I like tsunderes.
Sindada.
That's not time for here now. Pokemon movie.
Pokemon, more anime. Okay. Mew and Pikachu, they're playing with the music box, and Pikachu's like, "Man, I really miss Ash. It'd be cool if I could hang out with him." And Mew's like, No. You don't need humans. We have more toys." So basically, at this point, Mew's just like, "I have a new friend, and I don't want to lose him." So
Is this the point where Mew brings out the Shuckle airbag?
yeah, the
I
short
absolutely
circle,
love
yeah.
that thing.
How did they not make that into a thing? Like,
They could have made a lot.
they can make a lot of money.
They had the
They
Hitmon
could.
top like spinny thing.
Yeah,
So.
that was actually really good. Yeah, that's adorable. But the gang, they just start trucking along again. Lucario is just like, he's running forward, runs into a rock, and he's like, "Wait a minute. I know this place. This is where I was trapped in the staff." And he's like, "Really?" They touch a time stone rock flower thing, and they're like, "Oh no, this is it." Actually, he does it by accident, but still. They see the Pidgeot fly in, do the thing, take the staff. And then, like, as the war collides in the flashback, now Lucario's, like, PTSD kicks in, and he just starts shooting aura balls everywhere. And Ash is like, no, stop, it's not real. And then he, like, snaps out of it, and the vision ends. And they're just like, yo, man, like, you good? Like, do we need, like, a meeting or, like, calm me down? He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm Lucario.
He's Batman.
He's Batman. He's Batman.
But yeah, they're just like, man, I guess Sir Aaron kind of was a sleazy fuck. Oh, he's not really the hero that the legend lets on.
The legend lied.
Exactly.
The prophecy.
The prophecy lied.
You were the chosen one.
So yeah, Lucario's just really upset. He's like, yeah, I guess he really is an ass. And Ash is like, hey, look, I'm sorry. I was just being a real ass. Then Lucario's like, listen, you promised me you'll never let Pikachu go. He's like, okay.
That makes no fucking sense. He doesn't trust Ash, but he's gonna make him unless on a fucking promise.
Now he trusts Ash, kind of, sort of, maybe.
Which is just like
Because Ash went to apologize, and he's like, maybe he's not such a bad kid.
Yeah, it's not how you build trust.
Okay, fine, but apparently...
Don't worry.
No, I'll get into it.
Mewtwo just
We're all
talked
the
to me.
time.
I learned that Ash is a good kid. I let him keep his memories.
Which is just like how after that like Lucario was like he like does I can't remember but like he did like a little head nod, starts walking away and then just like look he's like oh no something right
Something right here. Yeah, they start walking. They're like, uh-oh, I sense a thing. Ash, move! And as he pushes, out of nowhere!
Greatest moment! Greatest time any legendary can show up. It's just...
Alright.
I have a fucking PTSD moment because like I'm like I'm paying attention in the movie, like I'm working on something else, and I hear and I'm just like I look over.
Soul-Link! Soul-Link!
Exactly, I'm ready for this thing to just like fucking like point blank just looks at Ash and Lucario and fucking explodes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, these Reggies, like, look, they make dumb noises, but I think they all sound great. Now, either one, Reggie's still probably the least entertaining of them, but I think they all just sound and weird fucking computer noises for.
They speak Braille. That's what I like to imagine Braille sounds like.
Do you imagine like someone who can't speak that reads Braille, they finally can talk, and they're just like.
Oh no!
That would be horrifying.
I think that's called tongues.
Could it potentially be Morse code? Does anybody know?
I wouldn't imagine. At least with Reggie Ice, he still says like Reggie Ice. The rest kind of just make computer noises.
Yeah, the rest are just AOL
I
dialogue.
wasn't sure if it was Morse code or not. So.
I wouldn't be the one to know either. Let us know in the comments, Osmosis Jones.
He's harshing on this man.
In case he's around.
Oh, see, and tricks.
But yeah, so the gang's like, fuck, we gotta run. Reggie Rock's like, no, you can't go places, and just picks up the Hummer and throws it. Like, he was just like, I don't care about you humans, but fuck your cars.
And I love how Reggie Rock's main mode of transportation is Beyblade. He fucking chooses spinning.
The movie kind of took some liberties with that one. But yeah, as the gang runs away on foot, Reggie Rock does his Beyblade thing, goes back onto the ground. Cut to Princess Eileen, who's just like looking over the forest. She's like, I wonder if those kids are dead. I wonder what they're doing. Like, when they have moment, like the character that's there for not even progression, just to like worry about the heroes, like, I wonder what they do. Like, that character probably didn't go to sleep. She just sat there on the porch.
They just
like,
do this. They're just staring off in the distance. It's like, are you gonna go to bed? Are they here yet? No. All right. Well, I'm standing here looking off in the distance in the general direction they're going.
Until they give me another reason to leave.
It's called being vigilant.
They're just Cuboning. You know how Cubo just stares at the moon, waiting for its mom to come back?
They're not here yet. Can't go.
So yeah, Lucario leads the gang into the small little cave to run away from the Reggie Rock, and they find this just beautiful cove. It's just filled with fossil Pokemon, which for some reason I didn't like notice until Armaldo. I'm like, oh wait, these are all fossils. I see. Beautiful, but I guess this is like the breeding ground of the fossil Pokemon that are still alive and walking and whatever. But
Bless Lord Helix.
bless Lord Helix. Yeah, he
Helix.
definitely gets the blessings later. Homie just fucking lays some people out. But it seems like they're just below the Tree of Life. So like, what do we do? And I think at this point, Ash is like, let's go. I'm like, do you even know where you're going? He's like,
No.
we just go up. That's the idea.
Yeah, because he's like, Lucario's like, Ash, Pikachu is up, and he's just like, all right, let's go, and he just starts like running up a ramp, and they're like, Ash, and he's like, he said go up, and Lucario's like, yeah, kind of. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, then Kid has this cool like snake coil of drones that she puts on the floor, and they all separate and just start. I feel like this is another one to imply that she could
She's
be
the
the
bad
villain.
guy. Like, yeah, she looks like the bad guy.
Because they start drilling into shit, like they're fucking shit up, and
She put the Edith glasses like, okay, Edith.
That's when the ooze.
Can we get a drone strike?
As soon as she put the drones out, I'm like, this is where she's gonna reveal she's the bad guy.
I'm Kid,
And then just
the Black Tool.
Iron Man's Black Tool. And then she starts making Reggie sounds.
Kids. Just imagine. I want an animation of Kid just spinning like Reggie Rock.
With the hair.
I think she'd lose her limbs.
All right, here's what we do. We T-posed Reggie Rock. We taped Kid to it, and then as Reggie Rock spits. Actually, I think it's disjointed. I think like the hips and the torso are separate, so Kid's just gonna get ripped in half. Poor Kid. Yeah, so she's talking. Oh, I forgot earlier. She was talking to Old Man Banks. He's the dude that's like, I'm at the computer. They have a weird like my headset to the car to the satellite.
He's always
to the
working
building.
out.
He is.
He's
in shape.
He's always working. Like she's just like, hey Banks. He's like, it's been 3 days. I'm still at this fucking tricycle. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know how to stop. But I have Old Man buns of steel. Damn that voice.
I imagine he's just powering everything that he's
Yeah.
doing. Every time he runs on
He's the
treadmill.
20%. They need the electricity.
I mean, I was going to bring up earlier that the city that they're in does look like LaRue's.
Yeah.
I went back to check, though, it's not.
Well, that's because they're in Palace, Cameroon. Yeah, she's like, I'm still doing my research, but here's some stuff. He's like, all right, cool, have fun.
All right, cool. Have fun.
Team Rocket falls behind. They're like, yo, let's keep following these people. And then all of a sudden, Reggie Rock and Reggie Ice are like, any ice. They're about to, and then some kind of twist here. They're being followed by these two, but then at some point they get followed by Reggie Steele and Reggie Rock, and
Reggie still like cuts off Team Rocket.
Yeah, I
at
think
one
Reggie
point.
Steele cuts off Team Rocket.
So yeah, here's when the kids' drones are like drilling into stuff and they're like landing on the time crystals, and Reggie Steele just like stomps on one and goes, Reggie Steele. You good?
Phone died.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Reggie Steele's like, step, I'm gonna tell you, whatever.
Can I?
So yeah, as the drones, they're making progress, they're drilling into stuff, and like as they're like digging deeper into these crystals, this orange plasma stuff starts to like just envelop and eat drones, like whatever's
So
happening.
I thought that when I was first watching it, I was like, what the fuck is this drone doing?
Yeah.
And then like,
You think it's a drone doing
yeah,
it?
I was like,
Making
what is
Kid the bad guy.
So
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm like, all right. So she's injecting like some form of like technology inside this place.
Yeah, I literally thought the drone was liquefying and turning into something that was gonna like corrupt the crystal.
Yeah.
And then later on, I was like, okay, sure, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything got lost in translation.
Yeah, this orange plasma just starts to eat all the little drones. The gang continues to climb up the tree at the beginnings. Bank's like, hey kid, just so you know, like, you're living things inside of this thing. It doesn't like you. There's something going on. It's going into like super mega alert mode. Just be careful. Ash and Lucario continue to climb the side of the cliff. And Ash is like, I think I'm really close to Pikachu. And he yells, Pikachu! And Pikachu's like, I heard my boy. I heard him. He goes out, he yells back, and Ash is like, that way, let's go. They start to climb up even further, and then what happened here with
Fucking Reggie Ice.
Reggie Ice drops in.
Yeah.
Reggie
Always
Ice.
one of them.
Reggie Ice.
And he's like,
He almost got fucking speared by that.
So when I saw that, the first thing I thought was, what's the scene where he's like, so anyways, I just started fucking blasting.
I started blasting.
Always Sunny.
Always
Yeah.
Sunny, yeah. That's the first thing that came to mind when I saw that scene.
Yeah.
It's just Reggie Ice showing, it's like, so anyways, I just started fucking blasting.
All right, fan art. I want to see Danny DeVito as Reggie Ice.
It's just Danny DeVito inside Reggie Ice.
I just imagine Deirdre she cuts out the eyeballs and just puts Danny DeVito's face in there. It's like, there it is. I started blasting. But yeah, Lucario's like, this isn't gonna work. We have to loop around. Let's go. So they drop back. Pikachu and Mew, I don't know if they can see the kerfuffle or if they hear it or whatever, but they're like, I guess we gotta loop around too. Meowth like gets to them like, oh my god, and then he says what? This place needs a lot of excavators and like escalators, but excavators, and mixes the words. I don't. It's Meowth.
I was wondering if I misheard that. It was excavator. Okay.
Yeah, so he says excavators. Yeah. Like,
okay, interesting.
I spelled it as excavators, but he says excavators. Lucario's like, yo, everyone back in the cave is gonna be great. Yeah, this is where I point out they have a lot of moments in this movie where they need to show the whole crew accomplishing something super minimal. And I think that stacked up adds a lot of runtime that's unnecessary. I think someone mentioned earlier, like, it feels like things happen, like it takes up a lot of time where things don't necessarily need to be happening. But like we see them, Lucario's like, get in the cave, and we see May go in, and then we see Max, and then Brock, and then Ash, and then Kid. And it's like, you could see two of them, and as the third one goes in, cut it. We don't need to see the whole crew one by one do the thing.
It's probably for just a moment where the director is like, they exist.
Everyone,
They are still here. They are still living and breathing. They are going here.
we got to get that YouTube watch time up, kids.
It's got to go past 10 minutes.
we want those ads, mid rolls, baby.
YouTube wasn't the same place back then.
It wasn't. It was not. This movie was on YouTube as 10-minute bits. There were 18 parts. So you can go watch the Garbage Review Part 1.
That's how I watch anime.
Yeah, so they lead him in the cave, so on and so forth. The gang, they're inside, and they like Team Rocket comes bolting out of this cave. I'm like, help! There's some things. Now we have Reggie Steele and Reggie Rock. Like, well, sup, kids? You want to tussle? They're like, yep, run again. Go up the hill. It's fine. Lucario. Was this one Aura Sphere? He threw a ball.
He Aura Spheres every time they shoot any kind of beam at it. He's
There's
like,
no
Aura
other.
Sphere.
I don't think at
Aura
this
Sphere.
point there's no other ball move
Yeah.
other than Shadow Ball and Aura Sphere.
I'm pretty sure Lucario does not use any other move but Aura Sphere in this
And
movie.
water pulse.
Extreme speed. Yeah, I mean,
But water pulse, depending on the animation, sometimes the ball, sometimes like a fucking geyser that goes.
Yeah.
In the games, it's a ring, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a ring in the games for some reason. That makes some sense.
Either way.
Yeah.
So Aura Sphere.
But it's Aura Sphere, yeah.
Yeah, anytime you see a Reggie beam, it's usually quickly followed by
Yeah.
Aura Sphere in this movie.
Which I guess shows, like, I mean, the Reggies aren't the strongest legendaries around, but Lucario would keep pace with 3 of them.
Lucario has a type advantage versus all three,
That's
weirdly enough.
also
Yeah.
fair. Which, I mean, I guess every time they take one of those blasts to the
fam.
face, they would...
Not fam, he's strong against all 4. Because they also have Regigigas.
We don't get him
true.
yet.
Regigigas gonna show up, get hit going.
I think... well, slow start, baby. I think Regigigas shows up in Sky Warrior. I think he's kind of like these guys are. He's shoehorned in at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's just used as like.
Spoilers.
He's just hold the heroes back.
Yeah. But he's
There's
cool.
a word for
Yeah,
this.
because Sky Warrior is Gigas, Shaman, and Giratina.
Yeah. And then, Gigas shows up at the end and
Yeah,
does the
Alolan
whole thing.
Zapdos.
Mew shows up too. Hoopa's there too, if you see it.
Gotta get that quota too.
Yeah, so the gang starts to like run across the sky bridge. Pikachu and Meowth are watching them, so like, oh my god, it's my friends. We gotta go get them around. And Lucario's like, I got this, don't worry. As they all get across the bridge, he Aura Spheres the middle of the bridge, breaking it, and like Reggie Steele?
Yeah, it's Reggie Steele and
He's
Reggie
on,
Rock's
okay.
behind him.
Yeah, Reggie Steele's on the ledge, like, and like breaks something. He's like,
Yeah, he goes.
I was like, is he gonna try and jump? Is he gonna
goes
go for it?
Yeah, he goes to take the step and it just crumbles. And I was like, I know at least one of them floats,
Yeah.
but that's not the one that's here.
Yeah, it's just,
It would have been really funny to watch Reggie Rock just be like, oh, I can Beyblade through and then go through the bottom of the bridge, fucking plummet.
that would have been amazing.
I was halfway expecting one of them to float because, like, I was like, one of them floats, right?
Yeah.
Or they just spoil 8th gen with the Crown Tundra DLC and Regieleki just fries everybody.
Yeah, they just show it and like all of a sudden like where'd that electric type go? It's like, oh, Gen 8, we'll get there.
It was Zapdos.
That's a different movie.
We'll get around to it. Don't worry about it. Imagine the first Gen 8 movie is just Regieleki. The second Gen 8 movie is just Regieleki.
The first one's Zarude.
Yeah. But Lucario breaks the bridge. And then Orange Goo is eating some more of Kid's drones. What the fuck? Team Rocket's just booking it ahead. And they're like, don't worry, we're fine up here. Nothing to worry about. Jessie does the weird thing where she's not looking. James is like, up, 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 up. And then Jessie gets eaten by this like goo Cradilly, which is kind of cool looking. Cradilly is kind of like an underappreciated mom.
Goodra.
And then this point, I like this. So in the anime at this point, James has Cacnea, and every time it's like Victory Bell when it comes out, it eats
It
his
hugs
head.
him, yeah.
It hugs him, and the pins like pinch him on the
Yeah.
neck. He's like, Cacnea, come out. And he's like, I love you. And he does like a cool, like, yeah, fight. It's like really well animated. I like it.
And then the pin missile looks like really good for no reason, but it all goes through Cradilly.
Yeah, so he shoots the pin missile, just totally misses Cradilly. And then
I feel like
as
that's the title of this movie. Looks good for no reason.
Lucario looks good for no reason. Now Cradilly just like envelops Jessie and just disappears. Like, oh no, we lost her. But don't worry, we have more fun coming. Fucking Goo Amistar comes flying in and grabs James, and like one of the most sentimental things in the world.
That's so sad.
He's just like, Chimecho, come out!
Yeah.
Be safe, my friend! I forgot he had Chimecho. That's another one where I'm like, I wish they just stop releasing their mons.
It looks
Hold
so
on,
sad.
whoa. Chalmeco's Gen 4, right?
No.
No, Gen 3.
Chingling is Gen 4.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
Chimecho
I was
comes
getting
out and
confused.
she's like, and it just sits there and it's all sad. And I'm
So
like,
that shows that James is probably one of the greatest fucking trainers in the
Yeah.
history
Oh,
of
absolutely.
Pokemon.
just let him have his Growlithe.
Well, yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say because it was because of him with his Growlithe that everyone's like James is like the best trainer by anime standards. He is the best because of just his bond between him and his Growlithe shows that. Because Ash doesn't ever have a relationship up to a certain point in the future with with any Pokemon, but James just shows love and dedication, and this is kind of just showing that more.
Actually,
all those grass-type
I'll
fuck-ups.
challenge that thought and say, till this day, I haven't seen Ash give the attention that James puts into any of his Pokemon, because with Victreebel, when they did flashbacks, they show like him with the hose, like hosing it down, cleaning the outside, and with Mine Jr. with him buying food for Mine Jr.
Yeah, but dude, he got Victreebel in like a weird way, where like they were robbing that, not robbing, but they were trying to clear out that place that Butch and Cassidy took, and he's like, I left my Weeping Bell here. Like, when did you get a Weeping Bell? He's like, it evolved into a Victreebel, and now he has a Victreebel. Like, he just like picked it up.
And then same thing with Marini, where like
Yeah, that was
Marini was like dry humping James' head, but he constantly like kept it. So I think that like Ash never does that
Facts.
for his Pokemon, dude. Like Ash's Pokemon would be like, oh, I just got stabbed. It's like, let's return you. Go Pikachu.
Hey, Oak, take care of this one, would you? Keep it at your corral. So yeah, he lets out Chimecho.
30
gets eaten.
churros.
Just go fodder. So the gang, they're like, oh shit, Team Rocket just got eaten? Fucked. But, you know,
Fucks.
they can't sit here and wait because Regirock's coming, so they gotta keep
Yes.
running. The gang just continues to run away. They're fighting the goo monsters. Banks is like, yo, kid, I'm on the phone again. Those orange things, they're like white blood cells. They think you're a disease, so like, they're gonna kill you to get you from infecting the tree. So, run, I guess. There's not really a solution. Just don't die. Too bad. Spoiler alert, they all fucking die. So kid's about to get eaten by Lucario, and then Lucario like jumps in and wait, no. That's not it. That's not it. Kid's about to get eaten by the goo, not Lucario.
Lucario just swallows her whole.
That's my other move. Everyone else is like, what happened?
That's my other move.
Feel the power of the aura.
Kid's about eaten by the goo, and then Lucario jumps in. Dante had a blast with that one. Pushes Kid, and then as Lucario's getting like eaten, it's like, oh, I guess Pokemon aren't diseases because it didn't eat Lucario. Good to know. At this point, everyone's
Quick.
like, so let all Pokemon out.
Cover yourself in Pokemon.
Could you imagine? I thought they could just
That's
like
when Kid gets on the
on the Regirock.
Won't get me now.
So the crew just keeps trucking forward. The Reggies are falling behind. I think they have Regirock and Registeel at this point. Grovyle and Corphish come out because equal battles, equal fights, equal rights. They attack and just slow the Pokemon down. Ash is like, hey Reggies, you suck! And then they keep running.
Yeah, I love that Ash is like, stay here, distract them, and both of them turn around and go, what the fuck? And then Ash just keeps running.
Pikachu and Mew, they're like climbing down this like hole thing, and then Meowth like trips and falls down with them. The gang just finds this big open room with a bunch of like cliffs and shit. They start jumping around, and then Max and Brock just both get attacked by goo. Brock does the same thing as James, lets all the Pokemon out. I love you guys.
It's not as cool as when James.
It's not as cool.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
The copiers.
Yeah.
They copied. They wouldn't have done it if they didn't see James do it.
I think that's like the weird thing with like flexing the budget. Like we can draw all the Pokemon. Come out,
Split second.
So they put them all in. Max and Brock get eaten. May's like, oh no, my brother, my black friend, fuck, I don't. And then she's just sitting there pouting. And
May
like,
does it. I think I have something written down here. May does a dumb thing.
She just sits there like, I guess my life is over. She gets eaten. She lets her Pokemon out, and everyone's like, oh no, May, fuck.
And this tree was also where I mentioned, I was like, damn, this soundtrack is kicking. Holy
Nah,
hell.
yeah, it's pretty intense instrumental stuff. I don't think it hits as hard as This Side of Paradise.
We all have our opinions.
Do 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 do.
It's way better than that shit.
Hey, I think kids hear in the room, and she just watches all the kids get eaten. Like, I'm out, and just like runs away. PG comes this big like open area, like it's a big chasm with a bunch of like crystal bridges. It's really cool looking. Pikachu's like, Pika, Ash, where the fuck are you? I almost said the N-word.
I bet Pikachu almost did too. 3D headphones.
3D headphones, man.
He hesitated.
I pause, I'm like,
At least you couldn't say the S word.
That's true.
You can say it on YouTube.
I can, you fucking sickle.
You shrimp.
You shrimp dick. Pikachu screams, Ash, I need your help. And Ash is like, oh, I heard it. I'm gonna go find my buddy. And I think he like goes up a path and then backs up, and Lucario's like, Ash, dumbass, this way. Which I guess I don't know where Lucario was taking him, if Pikachu was the right way, but whatever. Exposition. They both see each other like, oh, my friend, and they start bunny hopping from bridge to bridge. There's some like really weird moments here where Ash is like, it's like a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog level, where Ash is like running on like a curve, and then like, it's like I'm gonna get you, Pikachu, and then jumps, and the air's blowing him backwards, and he's just like, like swimming against the air.
The greatest moment of this is like Ash is typically known to have like 2 brain cells.
Yeah.
Suddenly becomes a physicist, or I don't know, like just somebody knows physics. It's like, oh yeah, because the air is blowing this way, I can run up the side. I'm like, what? Why? It was cool, but where's the consistency?
See, as this wind's like blowing and Ash is swimming through it, he loses his hat, but it's like, it's fine, I don't care about the hat, I just want Pikachu. He dives, grabs his buddy, he's like, we did it, we're safe.
We're gonna die as we fall to our
Yeah, and
deaths.
just like Tori saving his mind in a puzzle, they're just plummeting into their life. And then of course, the badass herself kid comes in with the grappling hook, catches the boys and says, we're safe, we did it. And then Mew's like, hey, got your hat. And he's like, thank you, I appreciate it, Mew. Also, it's not strange that I see you here, but that's okay. This reunion can't last long because Reggie Ice is like, Reggie Ice, and then I don't think he attacks. He just like walks in. They're like, hey, we gotta go.
You know, because Mew is so playful, what do you think in an alternate rendition of the movie, Mew just decides to be the ultimate dick and transform into a Regirock? Or like a Registeel, just like one of the Reggies, and just looks at them? How traumatizing do you think that
He just
would
turns into Reggie Gigas like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, Dad.
I know it at least traumatized a lot of this couch.
Mew just, with the Reggie Gigas hands, just plops the hat back on it.
Yeah, so as they're running from Reggie Ice, Ash is like, hey, kid, what happened to my friends? She's like, they're dead. Sorry. They got eaten by the goo. It's fine. But Ash and Kid, like Lucario's like, follow me, we're gonna get out of here. They find this like cave with a bunch of exits. Lucario's like, I'll run ahead, I'll find it, we're gonna be good. And as they get like to the dead end and they go to exit, Reggie Steel comes in like, bitch, not this time, and starts shocking Lucario. He does something, I don't know. Does Reggie still get like an electric type thunder wave or something?
I thought he was just like
I thought he was just
him.
holding him. Yeah.
I thought there was like an electric effect happening as he was doing it. Maybe it was just a time thing. I don't know. Maybe aura.
Did Pikachu ask to?
don't
Did
think
Ash
so.
ask? I don't remember.
Because I just remember Reggie Steel just like
He definitely
holding him
grappled
in
him.
place. Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember when he gripped, I thought there was like a maybe or not. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm
they
just
put
seeing
like
things.
the lines like when
Like,
they.
yeah. Like vice grip.
Could be, yeah, something.
But they
I
don't
think something happened. Maybe it just looked like it was like the black electricity from Forever, you know. But yes, they clothesline Lucario. You're not going anywhere. The goo comes in. They start to eat Kid and Ash. Ash is like, and Kid. They both like, come out, everybody. The Weevil come out like, the fuck is happening to this bitch? All the gang, they try and grab Ash. And
Can you
pull him
imagine how
out.
traumatizing that is? Last time you saw her, you were placing Mew, and then
Yeah.
you come out, she's just like, I love you guys.
Along with the idea of like they can't see what's going on outside of the Pokeball. Like they're in a capsule, and then like I'm here. Okay. Bye. So yeah, as they're getting eaten, the Ash's Pikachu, Grovyle, Phanpy, Corphish, just pinching Ash, trying to pull him out. But in the end, it doesn't do anything, and Ash just gets eaten while his hat gets like bopped off. It's a really sad time. Everyone's upset. Oh no, the Pokemon are dead.
Dude, I was eating when Ash was like, there you go, Pikachu, I love you, buddy. And then I was like, oh, no, I think I started choking up. I'm like, no, that's really sad. Like, that hit me.
There were feels.
Like, I'm like, James, like, I was like, all right, that's sad. Brock doing it, that's fine. Ash doing it to Pikachu, just, no.
I want to be with you. We're not there yet. It's a later movie.
I didn't feel that.
You like that one?
No, I'm talking about this one. Like, this moment, I was like,
I think it was interesting because I don't know if they use the word. There's words like Pokemon doesn't use. I feel like love is not unused, but
that was the
different
first
concepts.
time.
Like,
At this
food,
point,
not
I
love
heard.
you.
At this point, this phrasing has been used a lot less than "die."
Yeah.
For a 4 Kids movie, weirdly enough.
Because he's like, I love you, buddy. I was like, oh no, because now my older age, like that stuff gets.
Sure.
Yeah. Like,
My
it was
older age.
Well, dude, it was like the pacifist mode in like
Advanced
fucking like
activity
Undertale
ass.
when everyone was like, you got this. Like I was like, oh no, I'm sad. And then
Yeah.
like that, then I'm like, I questioned why I got choked up there. Like it was like a quick little, and then just done.
Yeah, I feel it. Lucario snaps out of the grip. He's like, I gotta help Ash. Oh, it's too late. He's gone. Whatever I do, Mew's like, oh, this is what y'all was worried about? Psh, fuck that. He goes and touches the tree and does some stuff and just brings everyone back.
and he goes like, I am inevitable.
I'm inevitable.
You just goes, oh shit.
But does the
That's all I had
opposite of
to do.
Thanos and brings people back into the universe?
I guess Mew and I am Iron Man. Well, I guess Hulk.
Well, bro, chills. Too soon.
Dude, the only thing you did, he took the time stone he got from Doctor Strange, plopped it in a gauntlet, just goes, it was a nice try, but let's bring it back.
All he did.
This isn't a time for mourning.
He rubbed Carbink. He got a sable eye. Golduck's fucking forehead thing.
New visions, Golduck.
Oh no!
Too soon.
Alright, I'm done.
Too soon.
Go back to your anime references. But yeah, as the cave glows, everyone comes back to life. The Reggies are like, I don't get paid enough for this shit. We just killed these guys. I don't want to do it again. And they just leave. So it just felt like the Reggies were probably the most sentient antagonist of the movie. But for like 20 minutes.
I think it could have just been written off that it was just like the tree's defense mechanism was
Yeah.
the Reggies.
Mm.
Which brings me, where
yeah.
the fuck is Reggie Gigas? But
He's in the temple.
Doesn't exist yet.
We
Yeah.
didn't write this
We
character story.
gotta keep these movies in a vacuum when it comes to that.
Because that's what I wrote, and I was like, I'm not looking at anything past that other than that.
I just think it's because of the disparity that Mew did it, and then Reggie saw that Mew did
Yeah.
it, and Mew's kind of like the big thing there that they're like, okay, I
I
guess.
don't think other Pokemon are aware of that though.
Of Mew?
Of Mew?
I don't think other Pokemon are aware that Mew. It's even
Just
like-
revive the...
Yeah, I think Pokemon are just like, oh, that's that cool rat thing, cat. You know what I mean? I don't think
I
they're
wear
aware of
fetus.
the lore of each other.
Yeah.
I'm under the impression that they at least know that Mew is.
Some kind of
Bro,
royalty.
Pikachu eats ketchup a fucking bottle. Like he's just
No, but like the Reggies and Mew in theory have been there forever.
Yeah.
So, or at least for a long time.
Yeah.
I think it would have been to imply the Reggies were going to show, because they just pop up. I think during that intro with the history of like the war, implying or showing off like one of them like watching over the war and be like, shit, like something's happening. I think could have set the scene a little bit better
Because
for
it's
them
not
just to
affecting
pop
this
up.
true.
Yeah, don't fuck with
How
the
many
truth.
soldiers got Beyblade?
Run around.
blood packets everywhere.
As the Reggies leave, the tree just starts to turn orange and everything's like shattering and turning into dust. And everyone's like, fuck, the tree's breaking. What do we do? And Mew gets like sick. It just starts like faint. And this is where I think Banks calls in like, oh, they're tied together. The tree and Mew are like one entity. If one dies, so does the other. We got to fix something. And they're like, don't worry, I'm Mew. I'll take you away. Follow me. I think they put everyone back in the Pokeball then.
We no longer have the budget for this.
Now we got to draw all this dust. We can't afford these Pokemon.
This cave is gonna fucking take up the whole budget, so put them away.
It tells Kid in shock. Yeah, the tree's going into shock. It's in a collapse from within. All the Pokemon in the wild like start to run away as this tree and the crystals are just like dissipating. Mew musters up the strength to float. Follow me, we're gonna find it. They reach like this central room with like a big ass like crystal in the middle. Like it looks just right out of Pokemon 3, the lesser movie. I didn't mean it.
I don't take anything as a hit. I get you.
And then Lucario notices like these gloves dangling on the rock. He's like, Sir Aaron! And he picks him up. He's like, this is it. This is the guy. Why are his gloves off? Why
are his gloves off?
Did they show why he took the gloves off?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that a part of the staff?
Yeah, it comes later.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the flashbacks later, but I think this is where you see the flashback of Aaron being like, I get it now. Mew and the tree are linked. And it's like...
Yeah. Where they touch like the time stone. He's like,
oh, thank you for spoon feeding us.
Yeah.
We're fucking retarded. We don't know how this works.
As Lucario sees, like he sees the body encased in the crystal.
Yeah.
So he's like, that's Sir Aaron. I can feel the aura. That's him. Ash finds the time flower. They see the whole thing happen. They see Sir Aaron like giving Mew the aura to fix the tree. But we haven't seen the sacrifice yet, just to give the aura. Meanwhile, the tree's like still melting away. Mew's like, Lucario, I kind of need your aura if you want to fix this thing. I'm going to die. They're going to die. You're going to die. So maybe if just you die, we can save the day. Lucario's like, I get it. Here, take my aura. But he's not strong enough.
Lucario said, fuck this.
Yeah.
I've lived a life.
Credits roll.
He went back in time, married Peggy, had some kids.
Kiss his granddaughter.
Listen.
It happened.
Yeah, you're right, though. So Lucario's like, cool, here's my power. I can't do it. And Ash is like, don't worry. I'm as strong as Sir Aaron. You can have my aura. So they team up together to give the aura to Mew.
Which I will say, for just finding out that he had the same aura as Sir Aaron, he mastered that shit, and he just went like that and just started.
Yeah.
Like, that was incredible.
What device?
It was all the gloves, man.
It's on the gloves.
All the gloves.
Ash slips the
Literally.
gloves on.
Who needs Pokemon when you got aura gloves?
Ash is like, now I can actually throw hands or a spear.
The two, they team up to give Mew the aura, and as they're doing it, everything's starting to work out. The tree's still dying. As they power through the strength, at the very last minute, Lucario's like, I got this bitch. Boom!
And this is where John gets pissed. It's like, Ash should have died!
Lucario's like, I'll finish it up, Ash, thank you. And then he gives the last of the aura to Mew, and Mew's like, I got it. Flies up into the tree. Every single crystal rock tree, everything in the forest is just like green beams of power. They do that, and we save the kingdom. They're like, cool, Meowth! I found Team Rocket. I love you guys. You're such good friends.
That was Jesse and James.
Yes, I found you guys. Mew comes back down to Ash and Kid. He's like, yo, we saved the tree. Thank you. You saved me. You saved tree. Banks is like, yo, this is the best discovery in the world. And Kid's like, we don't have to tell anybody about this. We'll ruin the tree.
But
Publicity
think of the
tours.
tourism.
Nah, yeah, that's going to fuck it up. We don't want it. So don't tell anyone. He's like, oh, fine.
I'm gonna marry this guy here, and we're just gonna live here at the tree forever.
He came in, he kept taking little
Spoilers to the end of the movie, by the way. Not specifically, but something you see in the credits.
Kid's like, all right, don't tell the story. Lucario's like losing his energy, drops to the floor, and Ash's like, no, Lucario, it's gonna be okay. He's like, no, Ash, it's fine.
No, Ash.
Lucario touches one last time flower as we see like Sir Aaron give his goodbye speech to Lucario, like, hey, buddy.
Yeah, when he's stumbling to the rocks, he's pulling his gloves off, and he like hits the rocks, and the gloves like over the crystal.
Right, I forgot that happened. It was just like, I don't know why he took them off, but he's like, hey, I apologize.
Gonna need these in the future.
I love you, Lucario. You're my best friend. I didn't mean to have to capture you, but I had to. Otherwise, you'd stop me. I had to save the kingdom. Da 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 da. You're my best friend forever. I love you, Crystal. Sir Aaron's like dead. Lucario's like, I'm sorry. I love you. I trusted you the whole time. Yeah, I believe you. I understand. You'll be my friend forever. Crystal. Lucario's crying. Ash is like, hey, Lucario. Oh, yeah, Lucario says something like, I let him down. It was my fault. Ash is like, no, you did great. Good job, buddy. And then Lucario officially just like fades away. Him and Aaron's body turn into like light crystals and fly up into space. the gang comes out. Ash and Kid are like, "Hey, what up, Brock, May, Max?" Like, "Yo, we saved the tree. Where's Lucario?"
You did.
He's like, "Yeah, Lucario's not with us. He went to be with a friend." He's like, "Oh no." And I remember I used this in Soul Link for a death montage because we had a Lucario.
I read the note. Soul Link Death Month.
There's a point where I went back and I got this audio, and Brock's like, "I can't believe Lucario's gone." And then it's a black and white scene of my Lucario fighting, and then it's just like, "He's not gone. His aura is with me," and then he just gets like smacked by some flying type move and dies. And I'm like, "Lucario!" It was a sad time. Credits roll. I paid attention, but I guess I might have missed something important. Lucario gets added to the painting. Mr. Aaron, Lucario is part of the history.
Magic painting.
Magic painting. So I didn't know if it was like they repainted it or if it was like an aura thing to be like
realistically,
happened.
it should have been painted,
Right.
But with how they presented it, makes
Just
it seem
happened.
like it just happens.
Because the game comes back like, "We did it! Oh, Lucario's up there!
Yeah.
Nice!"
Yeah,
So
because they didn't tell anybody about the events.
Yeah, because when Lucario does pass,
for this one. Very excited for this.
Yeah.
because when Lucario does pass, him and Sir Aaron both like turn into like dust,
yeah,
join together, glow green, go up, and then
save the day.
we don't know what. Yeah.
They join into the Tree of Life and then become part of the world.
So.
Am I getting into deep stuff now?
So I might have missed. I might have looked away when I was taking notes. So I know the gang's leaving on like the little cart thing, and they see Kid with the Hummer.
Right.
But what happened? Did something happen with Kid?
So they show Kid later on in the credits, and she's in the valley where Jirachi is, and she meets with
Oh, you know
and
what?
Diane.
I do remember that. I didn't see it.
I was
but
like,
I
holy
remember
shit.
that.
Yeah, I was like,
before.
"Oh, there's Diane," and I had to look at
Copy
Butler.
Great
Yeah.
Butler, copy top.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, there's the what's the fuck says Butler.
Yeah, I had to look up Butler's name.
So I must have
remember
looked
Diane.
away this time. But when you say it, I do remember that existing. I remember that a lot. Yeah. That's cool. I want that movie. And that's.
Diane, Butler, and kids.
Kid.
I just want to see him fuck.
Oh.
But that was Lucario and the Mystery of Mew. John, I see you over there stroking your beard.
Oh no, I'm just scratching.
Oh, okay.
But
He is
I will-
he is
let me-
apparently excited.
Let me
about
destroy a couple things about this movie.
Okay.
One, Ash, right place, right time. The
Yeah.
movie. Two, no real villain. Again. Three. So there's something very important in writing. A lot of people call it the Mjolnir scene. So that's Thor's hammer, right? Did I pronounce it right?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir.
Scene. And
I
it's
thought you said McGear now. I'm like,
and it's,
Yeah,
when, the,
that's
and it's
nice.
when the hero realizes that he is the hero. Very important scene. That has nothing to do with Marvel. That's just what writers call the scene. As a writer, your job is to create a hero that's flawed, and then, like, for example, Thor and Iron Man 1 are a perfect example of that, where Thor was cocky, piece of shit. Then he realized, like, oh, I gotta be worthy, and blah blah blah. Iron Man, I'm a piece of shit. No more weapons. I'm becoming a good guy. In this movie, that trope doesn't exist for Ash, because it's like, wow, I'm a reincarnation of Sir, whatever the fuck my name, Mix-a-Lot, and I'm gonna, and I'm great as him. There's never that scene for Ash to become that person, and you can make an argument when he saved Pikachu, but that's not that scene. That's
just
him doing
saying.
something badass.
2000 had that moment.
It did, and then
Worse than 2000.
and and Lucario didn't have that moment either. Because it wasn't until moments before his death that he realized, like, oh, or no, during his death, it's not what he realized. It's like, oh, Master Aaron never lied, blah, blah, blah. So that scene never exists in this movie. And for the trope that they're going, which is the hidden hero trope, which is Lucario and Ash, they fucked that up completely.
I'll
And there's-
argue for Lucario that his whole flashback sequence was that flawed moment.
But he was already dying during
Sure.
that process. So he never, that scene
during
of him,
I'm talking about
The final
him with
flashback.
Aaron.
the final flashback?
No, seeing all the
like
flashbacks
all
of him with
of
them.
Aaron
Yeah.
dodging the logs, being like, I'm flawed, I can't do this, or I'm not comfortable with this.
Yeah.
And then Aaron trapping him. And though when he comes back, he realizes that they can't do this without me, he still has those moments of like, why did Aaron leave me? why did he do this the way that he did? I thought we were friends, and not using the word friends because he hates friends, he doesn't want friends. But then, yeah, at the end, it does become the point where you don't have that moment, the Mjolnir moment of I am the hero until he dies.
I think that's a big problem because like you need that moment for when you're telling this story is just friendship. There's no other lore. Like it's just friendship.
Okay, like calm down.
It's self-sacrifice as well.
But that is because
to
of
me,
friendship, though.
that moment is when he realizes Ash, who has no connection other than the fact that his aura, he's not a reincarnation, by the way. He just says that his aura is like Sir Aaron's. He's not
But
reincarnated.
that's also implied, though.
That he's in reincarnation? I never got that at all in the movie.
That's very implied because that's like me. That's like saying like, why would they bring up that Ash has the similar aura as him?
Because
if
people
it
can
wasn't
have
gonna be-
similar auras. If you look into
But if
how
it's not
auras
going to be
are.
a plot device,
But it's
for
not.
the
They
end of the
never
movie.
say he's reincarnated.
I'm not
they
saying
never.
they said that. I'm just saying that it's heavily implied. I mean,
It's not implied at all. Did anyone else get that he's the reincarnation?
I'm not saying he is. I'm saying that they implied that the auras are very similar for the entire reason of having Lucario have his moment with Ash at the end of the movie. No other character had an aura that was anywhere near Lucario's owner, but they did it for Ash because it was convenient for the plot of the movie. I'm not saying anything about reincarnation.
Okay, so they placed Ash in La Cruz City to scan a security code because that was convenience as well.
It's all about this movie.
I'm talking, but if we're gonna compare this to other movies, we have to bring that up.
Yeah,
I'm
but,
just saying, my moment for this is that Lucario recognized that somebody who has no stake in all of this was willing to give. He just found out that this is how the world is saved. He didn't have to do this. Ash didn't have to do this. He's like, I just came back. I can go off with Pikachu.
Yeah,
No.
but you're also ignoring the fact that Ash is the main character. He will do this. If
He
it
doesn't-
wasn't Ash doing this,
But
then
but Lucario recognized that somebody was willing to sacrifice himself, and
because
so
Ash is
he
the
got
main
put.
character. He has to.
But
As
okay.
a writer, you're not going to grab like.
If you're saying that your main character can't affect other characters, then what's the point?
No, I'm just saying that your main character has to.
Okay, so he has to.
Exactly. So it's not like they're not doing it because of. Ash is not doing it
But
because he's a good
so
guy.
wait, is she shouldn't then?
That's not what you're missing. The complete. What I'm trying to say is he's the main character, so they have to have him do that. It's what I'm saying. So
that's a
there's no
good
such
or a
thing
bad
as.
thing?
What I'm saying is there's no such thing as Ash chose to do something. As the main character, they have to make him do this because since the beginning of the movie, they've been saying how this guy and Ash have basically the same aura. So they have to have Ash do the exact same thing. You can't have a movie where Ash goes like, all right, Pikachu, let's go, let's step out.
So I
and
fail
then-
to see how that's a bad thing, though.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that has nothing to do with what I brought up with the hammer. This is not the scene of, because I brought up that this movie doesn't have the scene where the hero becomes the hero. It just has a scene of Lucario realizing like, oh yeah, humans are not that bad.
Ash matching the energy, the aura doesn't mean, like, that's not the bad part. The bad part is Ash, in his head is, I am the one to do this the entire time. At no point is he like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
He's just up here and stays up here until the very end. Until they win, they've succeeded. Ash doesn't have his downfall.
But
his flaw is
it's
that
not
he-
necessarily to show that Ash has a flaw. It's to show that
Sure.
Lucario has a flaw.
Right.
And then Lucario has his hero moment when he realizes Ash is willing to step.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm arguing for. I'm not arguing about Ash. I'm arguing about Lucario's
Well, I'm
moment.
arguing about both. Neither one of them had that moment to me. To me, by the time Lucario realized it, he was dying, which doesn't serve the whole purpose of that's the whole the whole point of that trope.
I still say that Lucario recognizes that moment before he starts to die. It's when he says, I can't do it, my aura isn't strong enough. Ash steps in and he's like, oh wait, I can't let Ash do that, so here, let me share the burden. And it's like, no wait, now I got this. Ash, you go and stay with Pikachu. This is my duty.
Because they did foreshadow that back when Lucario, before Regirock decided to first emerge, when he was like, make your promise that you'll never abandon Pikachu.
Yeah.
And he recognized that he would abandon Pikachu.
Right. Because for me, like that was kind of like Lucario, like in that moment, like he's like, I can't keep comparing him to someone he's not. He's his own individual. I'm gonna stop doing that. Just because he dressed up like him, has the same aura, he's not the same person.
Yeah.
So he's his own separate entity, and then that's where he stops the comparison, and that's where they start to like work together because both of them kind of dropped their grudges against one another, or they both at least dropped their problems with each other to work together towards their common goal. So I feel like his point's backed up by that.
Huh? John, did you like the movie? Did you like the movie?
Yeah.
Let's find a place to rank this.
I'm not yelling in your ear this time.
No.
All right, so the current list, and this was agreed upon by the entire group, 100%. Starting with the bottom, we have
All unanimous.
number 8, Pokemon Mewtwo Returns. Number 7, Pokemon 2000. Number 5, Pokemon Forever. Nope, fucked it up. 8, Mewtwo Returns. This is hard with the tablets, PDF. Start at the bottom. Mewtwo Returns. Pokemon 2000, Forever, Jirachi Wishmaker, Spell of the Unknown, Pokemon Heroes, Pokemon the First Movie, and Pokemon Destiny Deoxys at number 1. Anyone have an argument where they think this one should fall?
I think right below Heroes.
Okay, so below Heroes, above 3.
Yes.
Okay.
On our list,
On our, yes.
above Deoxys. On our list.
Damn, Dante wants it up there.
On my personal list, this is actually better than 1 as well.
So this Deoxys is Deoxys is number 2.
Deoxys is number 1.
Number 1, sorry. And
First one is
Pokemon-
number 2.
Okay. And then number 3 is
Heroes.
Heroes, yeah.
this goes under Heroes for me.
Chris, what do you think? I'm
Given our list, it's because my own personal ranking, I have this below Forever. I would 100% because Forever was I was able to stay involved in the movie. This one, it kind of dropped me off during all the flashback sequences, and because there's like I was saying at the beginning, I like it for the character building for Lucario. I feel like it definitely helped, but it definitely was slow in the middle, and it really didn't build towards anything, and it didn't recapture me until the last half hour.
Okay.
There's probably because the Reggie gig is the Reggie Rock PTSD, but all memes aside, that's where the action started to pick back up, and then that's where I was like, okay, something is happening. So for me, my placement on this is off by a lot given our list.
I'm really conflicted because I don't dislike this movie.
Right.
I don't like it as much as some of the other ones. Fuck. It's getting hard because now it's picking between your kids and now I'm
And with certain things, just based off of how our past votes are, some of your favorite movies are maybe a little bit lower on the list.
yeah.
So
Because it's here's where my weird instance is. I would watch this. Well, I'd watch 2000 before Jirachi, but it's I don't know.
I think we're just gonna have to do our voting system again.
Yeah.
I can't
honestly,
trust my own voting.
I just don't know where I'm gonna put my hand down. That's the problem. Okay. I'll when I feel right. Okay. So from the bottom, who thinks this is better than Mewtwo Returns?
Do we even need to ask that question?
No. Who thinks it's better than 2000? Okay. Still majority. Who thinks it's better than Forever? Who thinks it's better than Jirachi?
Yeah.
Who thinks it's better than 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so then that would be...
But if the vote would have continued, my hand would have been back up, which is
Yeah.
weird.
Right, I was going to say, because you're it's number 1.
I don't think it's better than 3, but I think it's better than... I definitely think it's better than Deoxys. So... But that's me.
he thinks it's better than every movie but 3.
But 3.
That's
I know,
tough.
everybody's gonna meme the fuck out of that. And I understand. This movie got really close to being better than 3.
No Jumanji.
But the thing is, I still get to the fact of when you brought it up earlier. It's just how many times? How would you watch this?
Yeah.
And it just when it comes back to 3, I watched it twice to make sure that I was trying to look at it at every angle. I could still watch 3 regardless.
Sure.
So that's me.
So it falls right below Spell the Unknown.
So that would make 3 before.
So the list would now be starting from the top. We've got Destiny Deoxys.
Because Deoxys is on the
Yeah. So we have Destiny Deoxys, Pokemon the first movie, Pokemon Heroes, Spell the Unknown, Lucario the Mystery of Mew, Jirachi Wishmaker, Pokemon Forever, Pokemon 2000, and Pokemon Mewtwo Returns. What an interesting list. I'm excited once we get to the end to see like everyone kind of reconcile their own list. Because I know at this point it's tough where it's like, you say here, like you definitely think it's not as good, or you think 3 is the only one better than Lucario. But obviously with the group list, it doesn't fall for that. So if we would continue, and I was like, hey, is it better than Heroes, your hand would have went back up. So it's like...
That's gonna be the weird thing with our list, is that sometimes,
Yeah.
depending on the situation, our hands could go back up or down. So I'm not sure if it's a situation where you said once your hand goes down, it can go back up.
I think
sort of
it would
thing.
have to...
Yeah, because I mean, I would definitely watch the third movie over this one.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, hey, there it is. That's the current list. How about we do the poll challenge, because we're running close to our exit time. Welcome to the Pokemon Poll Challenge. Each week, we pick a Pokemon that existed in this movie. We put them in a poll on the Couch not the Couch the CGDannyB community Discord. There's a whole channel for it.
We did it.
You can vote with a reaction right there, and we get to pick which Pokemon from this movie out of our choices is your favorite. This week, Christopher, you get to pick first.
I do.
He's picking Regirock.
No, I'm hearing all the beeps and boops, and I mean, the Pokemon that like honestly brought me back into it, Lucario.
Damn, you son
Dude,
of a bitch.
Lucario was like, as soon as I was like, that's why I had to double check with you.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm getting Lucario, right? I'll pick, Mom.
Lucario. That's fair. Okay.
Because it was either him or Mudkip.
Mudkip. His ultimate line. Okay, so I have. Let me put it on the list here. I got Lucario.
Top 10 things monologues said in anime.
Mudkip.
Oh, that's deep. Jonathan.
Weevil.
Okay. I see you.
I thought you were gonna go with Breakaloon.
No, he's my favorite, but Weevil's up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm taking Regirock.
Damn it.
Danny, the first Pokemon you get is just gonna die to a Regirock.
What was my list? I thought no one would pick that.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys, what's up? It's me, Post Edit Danny, and guess what? We had just a mess of stuff happening in this episode. So the microphone had died, therefore we lost our audio. So we were going through the camera audio. So I apologize for those last like 5, 6, 10 minutes being just garbage quality. I'm sorry. I apologize. I hope it gets better. And then the actual camera died. And as we were changing the battery, the lights that are automatically set in the building we were recording in shut off. So we had to tear down the whole set in the pitch black room. So that whole episode ended on a mess. But I'm here to tell you what happened with the poll as far as who got picked. So if you recall, Chris picked Lucario, John picked Weavile, I picked Regirock. Dante was next. He went on a little rigmarole. It got cut off. Something happened. He picked Mew, so that was cool. He picked Mew. Then Kanai, he didn't get a chance to speak, so I had him message me what he wanted, and he picked Pidgeot. Sir Aaron's cool flying bird mom. It was dope. But yeah, that's the current poll right there. You can vote over at Discord. The link is in the description. Congratulations this past week. I forget the last ones I explained, but this past week, week number 8 for Destiny Deoxys went to Arcanine and Blastoise. So congratulations that Chris and Kanai each earned a point. And I don't know the points off the top of my head, but I have them here on the screen somewhere. I'm sure I'm showing it off. That's the current score. I'm in the league because I'm the best, but that's about it. Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed. Please stay tuned. Next week, we're going to be watching Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea. That's the Manaphy movie. Really excited to watch that one. As I'm sitting here editing this, I still have to go watch it, so it's going to be a long night for me, but it's all right. It's going to be okay. Thank you guys again for watching. Please hit the thumbs up. It helps spread the video so more of you Poke Nerds can watch the podcast. And yeah, check out some other content. It Takes Two's coming out today at some point. I don't know if it came out before this or after this. I got to figure it out. Content creation's tough. I'm going up to the last minute. Love you. Enjoy your day, your weekend. Yeah, I was going to say enjoy the video. This is the end of it. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Bye. Oh, and subscribe. Bye.